All right, and welcome back. All right, so if you guys were just tuning in with us, not long ago at all, we were having some technical difficulties. For some reason, the live stream was public on YouTube, but not public. And no idea why. Still have no idea why, but no, I just messed with some settings and it went public this time. So I still have no idea what I did, but I'll figure that out later. Anyways, thank you for everyone tuning in. Today we are going to be listening back to the Omi space that happened yesterday, hosted by Foster, O'Milly, and Putin Cheeks. And this is in light of all of the Omi burns they did last week as well, or the one, I should say. We got Duck in the chat. What's going on, man? Sorry for all the little hiccups over there on YouTube. I know you were waiting. We're finally live, man, so I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, we're going to be walking through that, and then I think in about an hour's time, a little over, about an hour and a half, the VeVe team is going to be going live to recap, I guess, some of the stuff happening this past month. So we'll hopefully go from this space to that one, and anyone who wants to hang out and chat is more than welcome. So if you guys have any comments, concerns, questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. And if you guys enjoy the stream, make sure to like and subscribe, or follow if you guys are watching over on X. But we're going to get right back into this. So we're about 12 minutes in. Nothing's really happened too much. I think the first question that was asked was whether Omi's going to have a roadmap coming out, like a revised roadmap from what they provided a little while back now. We understand that some of the stuff on that roadmap is still in place, but some of the stuff has kind of been tweaked. They've kind of had to pivot, and that was the first question. Pretty much Foster's answer to that was we're being a lot more hesitant with what we put out. We're going to kind of start rolling out communication, by pieces of information. As time kind of rolls on now, and their whole thing there is making sure that they kind of stay true to their word. They don't overpromise and underdeliver. They do the opposite. And yeah, which I know is a bit of a controversial topic because everybody right now wants a little bit more communication. But I think a positive thing overall is seeing a space like this even happen. So. I do got to say pat on the back to Foster for hosting something like this. So I was saying before when we were live that I started listening to the space. I understand it's a Q&A, so I didn't stick around for the whole thing because I wanted to kind of do it on stream. So I was around for this part. But yeah, I kind of took off after this. So everything after this is new to me as well. So I hope that some good questions were asked and we got some good answers in this.
That we're under promising and over delivering, and part of allowing us to do that is by having that internal flexibility of not committing to a specific feature or a specific time frame for how something needs to function, so that if any regulatory issues come up, or a plethora of other reasons that just may not make a specific feature set.
Welcome to everyone tuning in. We got more people trickling in now. Let us know who's in the chat. Another thing I was saying right when we were just live a moment ago was Foster made a comment about how they need to simplify things and kind of implied that they've done that a little bit already. He said that it's really important to focus on simplifying accessibility. And although I very much agree with that, I think the first step overall is really simplifying like the understanding behind like the token and like how it all works, because right now it's still way too complex. And so I think that that's number one. But they said accessibility is important, which is kind of how they, I think, get into Stacker, or at least that's kind of what it sounded like. So we'll see.
Feasible for the project, we can make sure that as we communicate features for the Omi token, that it's in a position and we've done the legwork to ensure that when we announce the feature, we can release it in the way that we had initially intended to do. So it doesn't mean that the initial OUP that was put out, that everything that you saw on it originally was scrapped. I mean, you've already seen bronze tickets come out. We've obviously seen Omi to NFTs. So that's still an overarching framework. It's just, instead of giving it to everyone all at once, making it super overwhelming, and then people coming back to us in 6 months going, hey, why isn't this come yet, even though no time frame was provided. We can now release features as they become available. People can get familiarized with them. We can dedicate resources to make sure that they function correctly, and that they're being adopted and utilized as we would hope that they would. And then we can slowly trickle out features, every so often, at a regular cadence, to keep people engaged and interested in the project, and make sure that we continue to add further utilities for the token.
Okay, thanks for that, Foster. I got to add on. I got actually a few more, but like one thing, like speaking of the bronze tickets, that kind of caught me off guard was that one of the changes was that it would be offering utility through MCP. So we've done.
Duck says, looking forward to the vid later. Way more interested in VeVe side of things, but I'm not sure it'll be all that informative. Yeah, I'm not expecting too much, man. I know there was a couple weeks this month that were it felt like a bit of a lull. So I know they got the Maserati. They dropped some comics and things like that. I know we're talking about the burns in this one, which was a big deal for a lot of people on the crypto side, but I expect it to just be like a little bit of a recap. Hey, this is what we kind of did. This is what we put out, and then they might make like a a little announcement in terms of like a future drop, maybe like a little tease for New York or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna watch it on stream, so if you want to hang out with us, man, we'll find out together.
On videos speculating about the whole Dapper settlement, which we think is something that a lot of the digital collectible, digital toy NFT companies are going to be very interested in. And it was it's not really directly the same, but it draws some similarities because you had VeVe and Omi, which was the NFT and the token kind of combined. So in their case, they separated, right? The Flow token had to separate completely from their NFT projects. So are we seeing, like, is the future of Omi as it relates to VeVe going to be a rewards program basically on loyalty points? And I guess that would be like the MCP. Would that be the driving utility reward from staking so that you don't have a direct link to it? So what are your thoughts on that case and how it relates to the Omi token and its ability to provide utility, and your future plans of that?
All right, so the question is pretty much like, will the main utility be earning MCP points from staking the tokens? Like, right, what's happening right now? Duck says, I know there's some giveaways, at least. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of giveaways lately, VeVe, which is nice to see. Different content creators. I know Ameli's done a bunch. They just did some with Docta. They did some in the VeVe space. We did one yesterday, so yeah, that's always nice to see.
Yeah, it's a fair question. I think with the Dapper Labs lawsuit, the fact that they had their own blockchain, their own currency, and their own ecosystem. I think when everything operates, all at the same time, it certainly can pose certain regulatory or other legal concerns. And so when we look to make any decision about, rolling out utilities or ensuring that we are, maintaining compliance, there's a ton of considerations that go into anything. So, I think there may have been a bit of concern when people had heard that we were moving to a self custody model at some point for their OMI tokens, and that their OMI would no longer be on the VeVe app. And I think people may have misconstrued that as OMI would no longer give you rewards or utility on the VeVe app. And nothing could be further from the truth. So, when you reference bronze tickets as an example, utilizing OMI to purchase bronze tickets as a feature, right? And then using bronze tickets to redeem for master collector points. It feels like there's an extra step involved, and you'd be certainly right. There is that extra step involved. And the reason behind that pertains to, regulations that don't even necessarily exist, features that don't necessarily exist, and the way that we need to operate within the ecosystem. So by doing this in this specific way, we can ensure that we are compliant while still providing the ability for people to utilize their OMI tokens for rewards. And of course, master collector points will be a huge mechanism in which people can look to benefit within the VeVe ecosystem. But as a byproduct of that, people will continue to earn, their daily MCP points, their seasonal MCP points, their bronze tickets, which they can redeem for additional MCP points. And there will be some other utilities that are introduced for the bronze tickets there at some point as well. But it's really meant to circle back to ensuring that people are still getting those utilities while still being able to utilize the OMI token. And then, of course, with Stacker coming out with their OMI to NFT marketplace, there'll be additional abilities and incentives that Stacker can offer as a platform. Whether they create OMI only drops or other specific utilities and rewards for utilizing the OMI token and providing those incentives. This is a system that we can look to fully flesh out.
I see. I really do love the idea of more utility for the token, because we like more use cases across the board for the token, the collectibles, all good things. It's just what I find a little contradictory here is that we're like right before we were just talking about simplifying everything, and now we're talking about like pivoting and changing it, like again, to go from holding our tokens on the platform to now going to Stacker, and then now Stacker can introduce a bunch of other things for the token. It's like we're opening another platform for somebody to have to, know the name of and understand what it's for and understand why it's involved for the token and this and that, right? I understand that regulations are causing them to pivot, but from a new user perspective and considering that the topic was just simplifying things, this is the complete opposite of simplifying. So it's just, for a new user, it's a headache. And again, I want to stress that I don't come from the crypto side. I'm not heavily invested in the crypto side. So I'm sure there's many people watching this right now who know way more than I do on the crypto side. I'll be the first one to say that. I don't want to act like I'm some professional or know-it-all here. I don't know much about crypto at all. I'm just saying that for somebody who doesn't know much about crypto, this is a very intimidating topic for a new user. So it's not simplified.
Out and fully understand, what it is that the community is looking for when it comes to the rewards and utilities that they're looking to get from the OMI token, and then make sure that we can align those with the VeVe platform and what's being provided. So, when we provide that self-custody environment for the OMI token, which will come at some point and people will be requested to move their OMI off of the VeVe app, it doesn't mean that you're not still earning rewards in the VeVe app, because your account will still be synced via Stacker with the VeVe platform. So you'll still be earning, your bonus MCP points. You're still going to be earning those seasonal rewards, but it just adds that additional security of knowing that your tokens are now self-custodied and you control the keys to those tokens. And when we look at a Web3 environment, having that additional security is a very important step. And it's something that a lot of people have been asking us about for a long time. So by making this transition, it doesn't remove that utility from VeVe, but it accompanies it while still making sure that users are secure.
All right, thanks for that, Foster, because that was actually a perfect segue to my next question. One of the things that we thought was pretty cool about the OMI token was the ability to potentially be exclusive to the VeVe app. So we did a video recently talking about almost how it's feeling like it's ditched from the VeVe app, but it's not, because the OMI utility will still be given through a third party. But you will have that separation now, and we speculated that was all due to regulations, and that is part of the removal of the vault and the reserve wallet.
Doug says useless feature if it stays worth 15 MCP points.
Would this relate as well to the VeVe?
I'm sorry, dude. I forgot what feature we're talking about here.
I remember talking about a lot was, what if the VeVeverse had the OMI token as an exclusive cryptocurrency within that environment?
Ooh, VeVeverse.
Supposed to be stores and purchases and things that you can do in there in terms of transactional transactions. If you want to buy, let's say, an accessory, a collectible, an item, is it possible that you can have OMI as the exclusive crypto within that environment, or will it be open to all crypto, and then like OMI would just get some added benefits, sort of like how it is now with the staking?
Okay, I love to hear the VeVeverse talk. I'm going to predict My prediction here is that he probably can't answer that because he's on Akomi's side. Doug says bronze tickets equals 50. Oh, that's what. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously, we're not going to go too much into the VeVeVerse utility because it's obviously something that has not, been announced publicly, and obviously the VeVeVerse itself is not actually here yet. So it's not somewhere that I want to go, too far into the weeds on. Obviously, we, like I said, at the beginning, we look to announce utilities in features, kind of as they become available. But in regards to the exclusivity of the OMI token itself, on the Stacker platform for OMI NFT, that is the primary currency that they are accepting. So that is the token that you're going to be utilizing to transact with VeVe NFTs, right? So that very much is important to us. And at some point, I don't know whether Stacker is going to begin to offer other currencies as an option to transact. But what I will say is, we've made it very clear that the buyer's fee, which is something that is charged with every transaction that takes place on the Stacker marketplace, which directly removes OMI from the circulating supply. That, in my opinion, would not change regardless of what token was transacted with on their marketplace for VeVe collectibles, right? So
Interesting.
even if they were to whatever reason accept Ethereum or USDC or another token, it's not in the cards immediately. OMI is meant to be the primary and only token, but a few years down the road, if for whatever reason it does make sense to do that, that's something that they could revisit at that point. But either way, the buyer's fee would still be expected to be deducted and removed in OMI, which would still provide that utility for the OMI token using it in the ecosystem. And then of course we have other projects that exist.
That's probably because they have a contract with Stacker. That was almost the wording that he used there as well. Like in a few years, they can revisit it if they want to. Probably because the contract would have expired by then, but that's my guess.
That utilize the OMI token already, whether it be Collective Shift, which educates users on crypto, and you do get some benefits to accessing it if you hold the OMI token. Tengoku, who have been developing a game for quite a while now, their hack and slash game, which I've had the ability to check out, is very cool. It will utilize the marketplace in OMI, and then Epico as well, who have been supporters of the project for quite a while as well. They have a marketplace that utilize the OMI token as well. So OMI being self-custodied off of VeVe doesn't remove the utilities for the OMI token on the ecosystem. But at the same time, there are several ways that people can utilize the OMI token currently. And, we'll always look to continue to expand those as well, even through, community initiatives, as I had mentioned earlier, with Emoji making his announcement just the other day with the burn to listen feature as well. So, there'll always be more ways to look to integrate and utilize the OMI token, but we're certainly not looking to remove it or take away its utility when it comes to VeVe collectibles at all.
All right, I have
All
more,
right.
but I don't want to take over with asking all the questions solely. So you guys let me know if you want me to.
By the way, guys, if anyone wants to hop in on the convo, let me know. I got a Discord. You guys can hop into like a voice channel with me. If you guys, well, yeah, that's probably the best spot. But like Viva La Vida. I don't know if you're watching. I know you wanted to hop in on a live stream at one point. I think now would be a good time if you got some time. But yeah, open invite to anybody who wants to get involved. Duck, same to you, man.
To keep going with them, or if you want to spread the fun of it.
I mean,
if you don't mind hanging out a little
host
bit.
the space. So what if he's got other people with questions, maybe we'll field a couple of those too. But
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But yeah, but please stay up here. Stay up here so we can get right back to you. I just want to say what's up to Emoji. He came up. Emoji, I don't know if you have any questions.
Hey, yeah, I did. But what's up?
Why is my screen doubled like that? That's weird.
You guys are getting me okay, right? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So I had a question, right? And it's kind of like based off of. So recently on the VeVe app,
Oh,
right,
weird.
we had the whole thing with the MCP drop, and I'm talking about as far as with the 100K MCP drop, where you could craft it, the item, and get 100K MCP off of just doing
Happy
that.
trees.
And what it sounds like one of the reasons
For Happy
that
Tree
is because
friends.
there are big plans down the line, or something where you're going to need MCP. So they're trying to get, I guess, more MCP into the system. Now my question is this: right now, when it comes to bronze tickets, really all we can do right now with them is to redeem them for MCP. But the scale at which you can, I mean, it's 15 per ticket, and it's a sliding downward scale. Looking at that ratio to what was perceived by VeVe to be needed to kind of like do something going ahead, would there be any type of tweaks or balances to that bronze ticket redemption MCP side? Because it seems at this point it seems kind of like pointless to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest and very candid. I completely agree with you, and I'll let Adam to kind of maybe touch base on this a little bit as well in a moment, because I think he's kind of got more background and expertise. But this comes down to, right, you can have your best laid plans, but then a change is made or something happens where you have to potentially look at retweaking or balancing a whole system, right? And so initially, you know tickets were, or not tickets, sorry, MCP points were going to expire every 6 months, right? So, with that intention, the way that the redemption worked for bronze tickets to getting additional MCP and, potentially having, let's say specific drop days, right? Where being a certain rank is important for, potentially getting access and things like that, right? So we're looking at a system that, is really probably only 20% complete. And so when you look at it through the lens of, hey, redeeming, 15 MCP points a day with a bronze ticket, I, only get, let's say, I use that in parentheses, 350 bronze tickets if I have only, 10 million OMI on the platform for an entire 3 months. But then, VeVe goes out and gives out 100,000 MCP points. Is it balanced? Is it whatever, right? And so that's where, there's a lot of moving parts, and obviously Akomi and VeVe at the end of the day are separate entities. So, we kind of play in their sandbox, or sorry, we play in our sandbox, they play in their sandbox. But there needs to be that overlap and discussions about the balance, right? Is we want people to feel as though, utilizing the OMI token and earning these bronze tickets, that there's a point behind it. And then of course, when you look at the utility for bronze tickets and see that the only thing that you can do with them currently is to redeem them for additional MCP, but there's not really a reason to redeem them for one-off, drop day MCP at this point. So you kind of look at it and go, well, why would I do that at all? And, I'll be very candid with you. I agree. I would not use my bronze tickets right now if I didn't absolutely find the need to do it in that exact moment. I personally have not, outside of the tickets that I spent just to test out the system to make sure that it worked, I haven't spent any of my bronze tickets, and I will continue to hold my bronze tickets until such a time that I feel as though the utility that aligns with what I'm looking to get out of them is present, and I can utilize them, right? So, when it comes to a balance, there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of competing priorities at times when it comes to, making drops desirable and rewarding collectors and balancing it, against flippers, and then balancing it against people that hold the OMI token and kind of all of those moving parts. So, it is an ongoing
All of those moving parts, exactly. Exactly, right there.
process. It is certainly something that will be revisited on a continual basis. And then as we roll out, our seasonal rewards, updates will be provided as to whether balance changes have gone live or not. And so I'll let Adam, take a moment if he wants to add anything further, but it's definitely something we're aware of. And I agree with you, something that will need to be balanced and addressed at some point.
Yeah, just piggybacking on what Foster said there. So, bronze tickets will make a lot more sense later on when.
So I know they're talking about bronze tickets right now, but for a moment they were talking about the Happy Trees drop with the 100,000 MCP airdrop, I guess you can say, or whatever you want to call it, prize. But that to me, and somebody can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong here, but when he was talking about the separate entities and how VeVe's separate from Akomi and they're two different teams and they got their playground and we got ours, am I understanding correctly that it wasn't Akomi's call to give the 100,000? Was it VeVe's call to make that? And Akomi didn't fully know, or like what like I didn't fully understand that part. I don't want to play it back for all the people watching here, but Somebody let me know in the chat here, because that's how I took it. Is that Akomi didn't even make the call. It was VeVe, and then when he says that there needs to be more balance and that needs to be, you know, addressed at some point, there needs to be more communication between the teams. That's the way that I took that. So I don't know if I misunderstood.
More.
But welcome to all our new listeners as well, or viewers, whether you're on YouTube or X. Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. We're doing a little bit of a two-parter, potentially three-parter today. So we're doing a little playback of the Omi space that happened yesterday with Foster, O'Malley, and Putin Cheeks. And then we're going to be moving into the space that VeVe's going to be doing in about an hour's time now, which should be recapping just, well, it's this right here. New York Comic-Con, new IP, and more. So there you go. That's exciting. And then we may potentially have some people join us for the end of the stream, for anybody who still wants to tag along, and we might run some games then, but we'll get all the Omi and VeVe stuff out of the way first. And yeah.
Things that they're used for become available. In the beginning, when the balance was set, if you look at the amount of points you get and the reason it tapers off is because bronze tickets actually directly affect your MCP rank. So if you redeem, let's say that if they're all 15 points and you redeem 10 of them, you get 150 points. That's 150 points that counts directly to your MCP rank for that day. So as more features come out on the VeVe side, as well as on the bronze ticket side, it'll become a lot more clear. And things that are already public, we're going to have Omi to bronze tickets, where you'll be able to acquire them.
Oh my gosh, I muted my mic. No, I was just reading Duck's comment. I might jump in, just waiting for someone to come around, so gonna have to wait for 10 minutes. Sounds good, brother. Let me know, just shoot me a DM, and then I can hop into Discord with you. And again, that invite is open to anybody else who wants to get in on the action.
Not just from the seasonal rewards. So there is a cost associated with that. And I know our fam all too well. We like to tie a dollar value to everything, and that includes an MCP point.
Yep.
Well, sometimes when they do promotional things like the giveaway for crafting, I would look at that as an isolated incident where that was just something they wanted to do to help some users that might not have a lot of MCP points. They could have balanced that a little bit better, but I would look at that as an isolated incident and not the main driver of the whole program. So as more features of the bronze tickets become available, it'll start making a little more sense. And at that time, there will probably also be some tweaks to the balance of how fast the diminishing returns are on the redemption, things like that. All of that will be analyzed and taken into account by the teams when later on when that's more important. So primarily waiting for MCP rank based features, like where you have to be a certain rank to access something. Bronze tickets can be your catapult to get you there if you're just a little bit short. I hadn't looked lately to see what the differences are between the ranks, but let's say that you're a few hundred points away from a rank, and on the following day there might be a craft or a drop or just anything. I'm not saying anything specific, but it might say, hey, you got to be a diamond 1 or above or a master above to do this action. Bronze tickets right now would be your only way to get those MCP points for your rank outside of daily activities. So those are not fully useful yet for that until all of those features become available.
All right, interesting. I don't really have much to add to that.
Read a couple from the crowd. If anything's been covered already, just say that. Are discussions taking place with Big IP to integrate or at least support with Omi to NFT? Is that something you can answer, Foster?
Yeah, so I mean, for the Omi to NFT beta, the premise of the beta was to test out the functionality of the marketplace and not, allow for people to, get to take advantage of all of the IP that's available on VeVe and start trading them when, only a couple hundred people had access to it. And so we didn't want to create a have or have not, mentality or environment. So for the beta, we've significantly restricted the amount of available IP and brands that are available to be traded on the Omida NFT marketplace, just to make sure really that the functionality works. Pick a couple, no percent secondary royalties, pick a couple 2%, pick a couple 6%, make sure that all the Omi's moving to the correct wallets, making sure that the smart contracts are facilitating things. And make sure that everything is working as intended. Make sure we can make listings, make sure we can remove listings and do all of that. But I think, as we roll out of beta, what I will say is I think that people will be quite happy with the library or catalog or whatever you want to refer to it as of collectibles and things that will be available in the Omida NFT marketplace. But suffice to say, for many reasons, including Mr. Yu coming down and giving me the ban hammer there, I'm going to refrain from getting into any too specific situations. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're aware that people want to be able to utilize the ecosystem and take full advantage of it. So only having one or two brands or licenses in there probably wouldn't tip the scale in any meaningful way. So we've been working hard to make sure that that as many brands and IP as possible are going to be available for users to take advantage of the ecosystem.
All right, cool. That's good news. That's good news because, of course, they got to go one by one to each one and get permissions. So, yeah, the more the merrier in that case, in my opinion. The more collectibles we have to be able to kind of utilize that Omida NFT feature, the better. So, that's all good news in my opinion there. How's everyone enjoying the stream? If you guys are, make sure to hit that thumbs up button or the like button, depending where you are. Or I guess it's like button on YouTube now too, right? Yeah. No, they switched that a while ago. What am I saying? Jeez.
Amazing. There you go, mains. Where can we go next? Will Omi be taken off the app at some point? Okay, I think we answered that. And guys, I see a lot of comments whenever a new announcement goes out, and there's a lot of misinformation sometimes, or just questions to follow up on whatever's been announced. I can't think of a better place to come ask any questions, just so you have clarity. So please don't be shy. Click that little request button on the bottom left, and we'll bring you up here. In the meantime, Superstar, another one, please go ahead.
All right, thanks, Millie. So, like, there's
Superstar's crushing it right
a
now.
lot more, I guess,
Who's that, Rob?
reserve in terms of the announcements. We haven't seen a lot of the same people. Like, we had a really good relationship with Reese. We still do. But he hasn't really been around for, various reasons.
That's a name I haven't heard of
any changes
in a
on the
while.
Akomi
Wow.
side? Like, in terms of the staff there, like, is there? We know obviously Putin's still around, but has there been any kind of shuffle? We saw on the VeVe side with Nestor leaving, and he, on his way out, he made a mention about how.
Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it. He brought up the tweet. Nestor leaving VeVe. He calls out the team for not knowing enough about the token. Putin cheek slaps back in the comment section. This is interesting. We'll see what Foster has to say about this.
Dr. Profit is the only guy with the vision for Omi. So, like, has there been a change on the Akomi side? And like, when Nestor said that, it made me wonder. We did a video about it, right? Like, he was the CTO, so he must have had a deep understanding of what was happening in the background. Like, what exactly do you think he meant by that? And is there any way that you can maybe clarify whatever he was referring to? Like, do you have a plan in terms of dealing with things like that when someone internally, let's say, leaves and makes that comment? Just what are your thoughts? I think it's mainly directed at Foster for this one.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, everyone is entitled to their own personal opinion, and I would certainly not, go out of my way.
What up, Notorious? Thanks for stopping by, man. Can I ask what Superstar meant by the reason Reese isn't on socials? Well, I think it's just because he's out of the picture right now. So I think considering how kind of heavy he was in the scene for, or on the scene for, I guess is the better way of saying it. And then he kind of just went AFK out of nowhere. So I think it's a valid question. Just asking if he's still around, what he's doing. The Nestor thing is more interesting to me, though. I want to see what Foster says about this, because I know that Poon Cheeks pretty much like what he was saying in the comment section was that everything that Nestor is pretty much saying is false. So I want to see kind of how they deal with this in like a live setting like this. So
on how they feel about something. I mean, based on someone's experience, that may be how they feel. Now, what I will say is, in this specific instance, this employee worked for VeVe, right, and was not dealing with OMI specific matters. So, on a personal level, I found the comment a tad strange. But once again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm certainly not going to, refute it or rebut it in a public place where they're not, present to speak on their feelings and create a discourse. But, at the end of the day, I think one thing that I've learned personally since joining the company is it's never been about a lack of vision.
Oh, what? Come on, dude. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Foster himself has even said that there's been several times they've had to pivot and they've said one thing and had to do another. Like, okay, maybe lack of vision. No. I mean, even David and Dan themselves have admitted that ideas like the VeVe verse, even the token itself, wasn't even part of the initial plans. Like the token, the VeVe verse, it was all kind of brought up and put into the business model because it was just that talk that it was talked about during that time. It was the whole metaverse talk. So I think that I think their vision has been a little all over the place. I think the whole idea of them wanting to take collectibles into the digital realm and change digital collecting has stayed the same, right? But that's like the bigger picture of things, right? How you get to that bigger picture has definitely changed. What up, Sven, man? You got a recap already from FH video. Oh, Foster Hilt, yeah. Yep. Oh, I see what you're asking. You're asking if I'm doing like a shorter form recap. Yeah, I can do that, man. I can do that. I'll be honest with you, I just didn't have too much time to put it together, but I can see about doing that for an episode next week. I do have one planned already for our next one, but yeah, if you guys do want like a shorter form recap of the entire thing, I can do that. Just let me know in the chat. Sven likes to troll every once in a while, so I need more than just his comment.
It's been about
I hope you're doing well, man.
Time in the day to complete the vision. And what I mean by that is, we have so many plans and so many things that we want to accomplish on the Ecomi side. And so it's just about, curating those resources to make sure that we have them available to deliver on those features. And so, sometimes I'll read comments, for instance, there's a subset of the community that doesn't even believe that the blockchain team exists, right? And so I get a little chuckle out of that. And so, I know that people would like transparency, and we certainly work to be as transparent as we can, but also recognize and understand that in no other private company that exists would you be, providing names of or positions of specific employees that are not in public facing roles, right? So, I understand that we have a very passionate community and they want information all the time, and I get it, right? I was in that position, and it's always good to have that peace of mind. And so I try and offer, what I can within kind of the confines of what I am permitted to speak on. But that's why I try and outline my personal experience and let people know, what I've been working on. And as someone who has worked directly with the teams that are responsible for, Ecomi and the OMI token for the better part of the last year, I can say with confidence that the OMI token is a priority to, the management team, to the directorate level, to the community and to us as the project, right? And I can say that, but I can also.
All right, pause, because I know his answers tend to be a little long. Doug says, "Hey Sven, oh, I'm number 1,000 sub forever." Yeah, never. Sven will never forget that. He'll never let me forget that. He was the 1,000th subscriber on the channel. Notorious says you need to let Foster finish his answer to Super. Hey, I will, man. I will. Hold your horses, will ya? We're streaming. We're hanging out. We're chatting. Whole point of the stream.
Show it by showing, our results over the last 8 or 9 months or so. Having exchange listings, adding utilities for the OMI token, moving on to base, dealing with these non-circulating supply tokens, which were creating issues with tracking and people having confidence and security with kind of the future of the token, and just about cleaning up the direction that we're headed, and then dedicating all those resources to move forward. So Reese, obviously, I took Reese's role, so he would not be in a public facing role at this point. And so if Reese ever wanted to come out and make a comment one way or another, that would certainly be his right as an individual. But as as he would not be holding a public facing role currently, I just don't think it's my place to speak on his behalf. But as myself, as the community manager who is public facing, I take on that accountability and responsibility of any of the feedback or issues that are happening in the community, and I pass them along to the appropriate teams to make sure that they are actioned and considered, so that we can continue to work on providing the things that actually matter, which are the utilities, and making sure that OMI is getting the attention it deserves.
Okay, so my takeaway from that is he's not going to speak on the whole Nestor situation because he's not here. Reese, he's not going to speak. Well, he gave a little bit away. I mean, he said that I think I saw some comments about like why didn't Foster actually answer the Reese question. I think this is what they were talking about. He kind of did there. Like he said, he's not in a public facing role, which implies that he is still in the company, just not in public. And then he's kind of taken his initial role. So that's my key takeaways right now. I don't really have much of an opinion on it, but.
Okay, thanks, Foster. I'll let.
Notorious says, "I'm with you." Hey, I am too, man. I am too. I am with you. Don't worry. We'll get through it all. I always appreciate you stopping by. I know you're a little bit of a troll sometimes, so. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean that in a mean way at all. Sven, I'm with you too. Sven always backs you.
I think I saw Doc's hand up there, so let someone else let me know.
Before we jump to Doc, Doc, I know you got your hand up, and I know you have your show soon, which is the after party, by the way, for everybody. We're gonna link that at the top. VeVe, Omi, my homie. I don't know if you want to say anything first, because you did come up here first. Alrighty, go ahead, Doc.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, shout out to all the OMI homies, including VeVe OMI homie. Look, I appreciate this kind of AMA and the ability to ask these questions publicly. I did have to have like a chuckle when you were talking about people don't believe that VeVe has a blockchain team. I just listened to a podcast where BlackRock's head of digital assets was asked about the digital assets team at BlackRock, and who was there, or what they were doing, and like it was kind of the same thing. Like he was like, yeah, we got a team of people. It was very general, right? Like he didn't disclose any of the names of the people who were on the team. So yeah, but I do believe actually that BlackRock has a digital assets team, even though I don't know who works there for them. Sorry, that was like a tangent. So the question I wanted to pose to you, Foster and Adam, obviously we've seen that recent tweet kind of about the circulating supply and removing those tokens that were in the vaults and the reserve wallets, and just getting them completely like off the books, like actually like removed or burned. But I did see a post where it looked like for a little bit there was on CoinGecko, it had showed that there was like 278 billion. Like it had gone from 271 billion to 278 billion but now it's back at 271 billion. And this caused some people to be like, oh, like Ecomi at any time can put some tokens into the circulating supply. And so I don't know if you guys even saw that, if you were aware of it. Was it just like an API glitch or what that was? Yeah.
Welcome to all our new to all our new viewers. By the way, appreciate everyone stopping by. Let us know if we got any Omi whales in the chat here. I know we don't often talk about the tokens, so today's stream's a little different, but we're gonna get into the VeVe space happening in 45 minutes here. So it sounds like they're gonna be talking about comics, Maserati, which is an upcoming drop I'm excited for, and then some stuff pertaining to New York Comic Con, some new IP, which I'm assuming probably has to do with New York Comic Con, and more, which I think has to do with some giveaways. So, yeah, 45 minutes from now. But we'll keep this going. Oh, would you look at the time? We're actually right around there, too.
If you even saw it.
I can jump in and answer this one. It's not an API glitch.
Not an API
happened
glitch.
when the tokens were in the IMX roll.
Sven says, VeVe Space now. Yes, sir. VeVe is going to be hosting a space today at 2 p.m. PT, which is 5 p.m. my time, about 45 minutes. And yeah, it's going to be season 8, episode 4. Corey, MC, and Diana. Victoria says only have a couple million. Oh. Well, hey man, couple million is still really good. I remember a lot of people's goals back in the day were just to reach a million first. A million back in the day was what, like 10,000 Canadian or something like that. It's like $800 now. But Sven says on YouTube. They're gonna be on. Yeah, I think it's just on YouTube. My bad. I didn't mean to switch this tab. I think it's just on YouTube. Yeah. Actually, has VeVe streamed to multiple platforms before? That's a good question. Anyway.
For withdrawal. And so for the last couple years, the supply fluctuates because when those tokens are in that bridge, they're not in a controlled wallet to be counted. And so this time it just stood out a little bit more because it was the final removal of all of the 8 billion that were on IMX. And it stays in that roll up for the withdrawal period, and then until the wallet removed them, which was last night. So it did the withdrawal of those tokens. The API corrected itself, and then that wallet did the final removal of all of the remaining tokens. So now that's just one less headache that we have to deal with that fluctuating value of tokens, which is actually was a problem going all the way back to June, I think, when there was a lot of tokens that were stuck in there. And then there was another big withdrawal. I think it was about 3 billion a few days ago. But now we've got all that behind us, and we don't have to deal with explaining to newcomers to the token what all that stuff means, because now it's gone forever.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Sven says, I love Putin Cheeks' voice. I've heard a lot of people from Europe say that about the Southern accent. A lot of people like the Southern American accent, the y'all. And his name and his videos. If you meet him in Vegas, make sure to take a picture, please. You know, I'll do that just for you, Sven. Just for you. How about that? How does that make you feel? You know what's funny, though, dude, is I feel the exact same way about your accent. As a Canadian, like, because your accent and David's accent, actually. David has a really wicked accent. Because David has, his first language, I think, is like Mandarin or whatever. Mandarin or Cantonese, I'd guess. And then he's learned English. So he has the, like, Asian accent on top of the New Zealand accent. So it's like a mix. But Mitch has the same thing. So it's like a mini David. But David, or Sven, your accent's really cool, too.
So just to follow up in clarification to make sure that I understand. So when CoinGecko showed that there was 271 billion, and then it jumped to 278 billion.
Yep.
That was that the 271 was on was when it showed 271, it was because 8 billion was still held up in that kind of bridging status. And then once those were then bridged completely over, I'm guessing to base, or was it bridged over to ETH and then sent to the burn wallet, or
It bridges directly to the burn wallet on layer 1.
I
So
see.
when the
Okay.
tokens were on IMX, they're accounted for. So the API
Right.
looked at the burn wallet. So when they're in that in between, where they're in the roll up withdrawal back to layer 1, that's when they count in the supply.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's very helpful.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Doc, too. Like, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I know that I had gotten a couple comments from the community, over the last month or so, because Adam had stated, like, the circulating supply was actually referencing closer to 274 billion for a little while there, because we had some issues with tokens being stuck in the roll up on the IMX bridge. And so it was actually accounting for a higher circulating supply than what existed. So, part of what we looked to highlight in the Medium article that we released, at the conclusion of these non-circulating supply tokens being removed is, I know a lot of people felt as though it was a non-story or didn't understand why we were, advertising this. But what people also don't realize is that, like, when they look at CoinMarketCap as an example, it shows up as a self-reported circulating supply, because we've had issues with CoinMarketCap using our API because it was constantly fluctuating, and they didn't understand what the difference was between in circulation versus out of circulation tokens. And so it became self-reporting, which lowered significantly the rank of the token on CoinMarketCap, but also produces results that are vastly different between CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. So now, depending on what platform that you use, you're getting, incorrect data. And that's the last thing we want. We want people to be able to, regardless of what source that they use, as long as they're using the API and the API has been brought up to date, that it's going to provide them consistent and accurate information. And, at some point,
Sven says, I think these guys really know what they are doing with OMI, but we just cannot wait. Yeah, a lot of people are really eager on the OMI and VeVe side. Sven, by the way, I don't know when you hopped in, but I opened up the space for anybody who wants to get involved in the conversation. So if you want to hop over in Discord and join the stream, let me know. I think Duck may be joining me as well, so we shall see here.
In the next day or so, I will be putting up a following article as well, just to kind of let people know, the differences between the total supply of tokens, which, not to confuse people that are listening here, but is 750 billion tokens. That was the amount that was created in the Genesis wallet when the token was first minted. And then we have the max supply, which is 310 billion tokens, roughly, give or take 50 million. And then we have the circulating supply, which is roughly 270 billion. So when you're listening to all these things and you're hearing all of these numbers, people don't know, well, is the token fully diluted? Are those tokens up to 750 billion actually going to come into the circulating supply? Like, what's going on with these? Why is there a difference of 40 billion tokens roughly between the circulating supply and the total supply? And so we'll be looking to put out some clarification to really make it clear to people, the maximum circulating supply of the OMI token will never be more than 310 billion, 50 million, and some other smaller numbers that I'm just going to ignore as a rounding error because I can't find the number. But you have that. And then the 270 billion current circulating supply are any tokens that are not related to the business development wallet with Ecomi. So that's the difference between the 270 and the 310. But all of the tokens above the 310 up to the 750 billion are tokens that are out of the circulating supply and will never enter the circulating supply. And I actually had Adam put together a fun little document for me earlier today, and he actually concluded that the 97 billion tokens, which were inadvertently locked up when they were doing contracts back in, I believe, 2020. I originally thought that they unlocked in 18,000 years, but people will be very relieved to hear that they actually don't unlock for an average of 52,000 years. So
What?
If any of you were concerned you were still going to be around in 18,000 years to see those tokens again.
Dude, that's a huge discrepancy. 18,000 versus 52,000? What the hell? How do you get that wrong? Sven says you're gonna stream YouTube video too. What do you mean? Aren't we live on YouTube? Or you mean doing like a shorter form recap video? I can do that next week, yes. But I think we're live on YouTube, right? Yeah? Yeah, I see the stream.
And rest assured they will not be unlocked for at least a little bit longer. So the maximum supply will be 310 billion. It will never be more than that. And we won't run into these issues with the incorrect reporting anymore because we don't have tokens that, you know, are out of circulation versus in. So
Awesome. Well, so I just want to, I've got a.
Hey, I'll be the first one to say that 18 versus 56 billion, I have no idea what that even means. I like, to be honest, but that's that's such a huge discrepancy that made me laugh a little bit. Appreciate the recaps. Livin' La VeVe Loca. I like the name. Like listening to these when I'm driving on the road. Thanks for doing these. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Driving on the road, the driving thoughts are some of my favorites. The long drives and just thinking to some music. Oh yeah. Duck says, think he means the MC Corey one. Oh. Yes, Sven, I will be streaming that. We're going to be watching that back in about half an hour.
Jump right for the show, which again, after this is all over, we got Omi is My Homie, episode 22 on YouTube. But what I was going to say is, and I wish I could see your face as I was saying this, Foster, but I know that exchanges, you know, they care about whether or not people actually know what the circulating supply is and that fluctuation and self-reporting and stuff. So now that that's cleared up, that's very positive for exchanges.
I'm glad that it's cleared up. At the same time, it's also a little concerning knowing that, I think it was CoinGecko they said, didn't understand the difference between circulating and non-circulating tokens. Considering that they're like a major exchange. So Sven says yes indeed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We are gonna be streaming that. I DM'd you on X though, dude. So if you want to hop on, or if you want the link to Discord, let me know.
I'm just gonna throw that out there, and I'm gonna duck down now. Thanks, everyone.
I have no comment for that because that was an observation and not a question. But fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Shout out to you, Doc. And once again, Doc's show is pinned up top, starting at 8 p.m. As soon as we're done here, can head over there. But please feel free to hit that subscribe on their show. It's really good. With him, Randy, and Crypto Rain usually. Cool Crypto Joe was next. And then we'll go to Pixel.
Shout out to everyone joining in.
First of all, I just want to say that I appreciate the video, Foster. And because you put that video out, it just... makes me relate to you a little bit more and trust you, and you're a good guy. But I have two questions, and this might have already been answered. I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to this stuff, despite my name. And also, you just call me by my first name, Joseph, or Joe is fine. I'll put that out there. But first question is, when the project initially started, from my understanding, when Collectible was being released, it would burn OMI related to like how much sold out. So if $40,000 worth of collectibles was sold out, $40,000 worth of only was burned. From my understanding, I don't know if that's still happening or not. And the second question is, I know that there were some games that were being released that utilized the OMI token, and I haven't heard a lot from that, but overall, how many projects are in development that are trying to implement the OMI token at the moment?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, nice to meet you, Joe. Thank you for coming up and asking your questions. So in relation to the first question, the original token.
The second question there is how many projects are implementing the OMI token? This will be interesting to see how he answers this one as well, because I think, well, we got Epico, we got Tengoku was announced but hasn't been released yet. We have the VeVe app. What else am I missing? I know there's a couple other ones that did the, they had the, what's the one with the articles on like security and stuff? I forget the name of the company, but I'm pretty sure they had some utility with them. And then as far as I'm aware, everything else is just community driven, like the Gold Dragon Club.
Economics model that was released for the project. A little bit complicated, but I'll give a very kind of brief overview.
We got Gravity John in the chat. What's going on, man? Nice seeing you. Duck says, I have access to Tengoku beta, but haven't played it yet. Yeah, I have access to the beta as well. They gave me one of their beta keys, and it doesn't work. So, I don't exactly know what's going on there. I've only seen, like, very few screenshots of, like, actual in-footage gameplay. It looks cool. I will say that, but it's been in beta for a little while now. Notori says he didn't get... Yeah, we're just talking about that. Yeah, I did, just never worked. It's weird.
Review Cole's notes. So you had the vault, the reserve, and the burn wallet. And so when a purchase happened in the primary market, a certain percentage of the OMI would move, when gems were purchased, a certain amount of OMI would move from the vault to the reserve, and then someone would make a purchase using those gems, and then the OMI would move from the reserve to the burn wallet. And so all of that was only relevant because those tokens were always out of circulation tokens. That system only became relevant if the entirety of the vault and reserve was depleted, because a concept called buybacks would have been needed to market buy OMI from the circulating supply to add it into those wallets to keep the system going. Now,
okay, so here's my opinion on questions like this. Be super straight to the point. Your answer should just be no. It's not in place anymore. Because when you explain stuff like this in depth about systems that aren't in place anymore, you're now confusing new people who come in. So like the whole explanation of how the system used to work before, I don't think that any of that should kind of be explained in that level of detail. That's just my opinion on that. It's nothing against Foster or anything, but I just feel like it's unnecessary. Duck says mine worked and I had a look at it, but it was 90% tutorial and cutscenes at the time, so I didn't get into it. Yeah, apparently, and I think it's according to David, they're adding, or they have added audio now. So like all the characters have like voices, which apparently they didn't have before. So they're just adding like little touches and finishes here and there, from what I understand.
I won't speak to the merits of the system. I think my opinion of them has potentially changed over time, but I'll kind of leave it with an observation. In the 2.5 years that system functioned, the buybacks would have on paper equated to 2.3 billion tokens. And we had indicated and are still planning to remove more than that, as the community is aware. A little bit over 5 billion tokens was the number that we had proposed. So we're still, aware of the fact that the community is aware of that, and we certainly haven't forgotten. We're not trying to, hide or skirt around the issue. It's just, with things like OMI to NFT and everything else going on, we just want to make sure that we're dedicating as many resources as we can to the things that really benefit the community the most. So, that system is obviously no longer needed because we don't have a vault, a reserve, or burn wallet, because when we removed all the non-circulating tokens, it wasn't needed. Now, the gem model, on VeVe still functions as such, but you just don't have the additional complexity in the back end of it being equated to the OMI price and what does the API say the OMI price is now, and then move the tokens from here to here and kind of all this kind of stuff. Now we just have a system wherein...
Yeah, see, all this isn't necessary. It's just like, it's too much. It's too much, because it also, like, what it makes me think of too is like good habits versus bad habits. So it's like what happens is if you have bad habits and then you break the bad habits to revert to good habits, the one downside of that is you still know what those bad habits are, so you can always like revert back to them. It's the same thing with info like this, where if you knew the process before and you were like heavily invested in the project or like into the buyback model or whatever you were into, then being reminded of the system again 3 years later when the system isn't in place and we got to remember all the other components of how the current system works, it's not necessary. Welcome to everyone tuning in. I see our viewership going up right now. I like being in Streamlabs, guys. It gives me the actual viewer count. Not the, what's the word? Victoria says, that's my golf swing, bad habit, or never forgotten. Yeah, they're not, man. They're not. That's the thing.
When people transact in OMI to NFT, there'll be a buyer's fee, and that buyer's fee will directly remove a percentage of the transaction directly from the circulating supply. So we don't need to kind of get involved in any way. It's user generated, which is beneficial for many reasons. And so that was the model that we're currently utilizing, and that is the first feature that we'll be removing OMI from the circulating supply. And then as for your second question, which for whatever reason has eluded.
By the way, guys, I got a warm coffee, so if I start talking faster and shooting these answers off, you know why, all right? I'm just telling you. I'm telling you now. There's the warning.
Me, can you please remind
Disclaimer.
me?
It was well, I know that there was some games that were being worked on that utilized the OMI token, and just didn't know how many projects that were in development.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ones that we've obviously publicly announced, are Epico, Regal, who have a marketplace where you can transact in the OMI token and purchase collectibles and do things of that nature. They actually had a drop during San Diego Comic-Con that I actually picked up one of. It was like a David Yu exclusive bundle, and so I think those ship out in November. So if anyone else purchased one of those.
Did anyone get that, by the way? I saw the physical. I know that there's also the gold version. There's a couple of versions of David Yu on Epico. I really like their 3D models, I will say that. And I think the collectible of David looks awesome. I'm really curious how long he spans this answer out for, because there's not many projects using the token right now. So
let me know in the comment section down below. I'm super excited for that one. But outside of that, we also
got
have
Epico, Tengoku, okay, yeah.
Slash game, which will have a mechanic that involves the OMI token, and so they're currently still in production. I've played a couple of their beta levels. It's actually a pretty fun game for a hack and slash type game, and so that has some incorporation. The Fiches had been working on some utilities with battles for the OMI token for a while as well. And then you have projects like VeMate and Collective Shift, which offer rewards and benefits.
Collective Shift, that's what I was thinking of. VeMate. I'm trying to think of what that one is. Can someone remind me what VeMate is? Or was I getting Collective Shift mixed up with VeMate? Is VeMate the one with security, or is it Collective Shift?
For users who are utilizing the OMI token by giving them discounts or access to features. And so now that we have the Stacker marketplace as well, there might also be some additional access to features or benefits for having your OMI in your Privy controlled wallet linked with Stacker. So we'll let them kind of touch on that if and when that time comes. But outside of obviously the things that have been publicly announced, I unfortunately can't get too much into the weeds beyond that. But we also have some fantastic community driven.
Wow, I think we hit the nail with the hammer on that one. I think we called all those. Sven says, I'm looking to get the Sue $60 NFT for the good cause. I think I heard about that. Tell me more, Sven. Tell the chat more. What's going on with that NFT? What's the good cause? What's Collective Shift? Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself. They wrote Medium articles about something. I'm going to have to look that up. One sec.
Utility emoji announced on I believe it was Monday his burn to listen project that he's been working on with Spotify and having streams and really trying to encourage that. So we also have some fantastic community members which have also been providing IRL utilities and things for the OMI token as well, whether it be at their shops or discounts on services and stuff. So we hope to only continue to expand those offerings as time goes on, but rest assured there are certainly some utilities for the token, and we will only continue to add more over time.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Pixel, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me up here. I appreciate you guys hosting the space, and I think it's one of those things where usually they say no news is good news, but in crypto, no news means bad news, and people start to panic, right? So I think just showing yourself and just talking to us, even if it's the same questions, I think it's okay, because you don't know who's new and you don't know who's been here a long time. But I had two quick things. Let me look. Oh, the first part was actually, I guess, a question or maybe more of a comment, because it's great to hear about.
All right, I'm going to preempt this comment because I think this is when I had just started listening back in. This is a fantastic comment that Pixel makes. And I think we're now getting back into the whole topic of simplicity and making sure that things are easy to understand for the new user. So listen to what he has to say here. But I remember it was spot on. And I don't think I had much to add. So preempting this.
The changes, and I am part of the OMI to NFT beta group. That's been great to see and kind of playing with that stuff. And I think it would be great to push out.
Shout out to him, by the way, OG user. If you guys aren't following him, make sure to show him some support.
I'm sure you guys already have already, but great to push out short, concise content for new people, because I feel like the elevator pitch for OMI and VeVe is great, but we don't really have that online. It's like you got to go with all these documents, and this is old. I mean, I have friends that have been in VeVe for like 2 years and OMI, and I'm having to explain things to them because they just can't, keep up or get into the weeds. And well, I thought they said this, and but then this. I'm like, no, it's just, it gets really confusing. So I think to bring in new people, to get in people excited, not everyone is used to reading white papers and tokenomics and comparing data on the blockchain. They just want to short, sweet, concise. Here's what it does. If you're excited, here's how you get involved. And that's it. And I think you guys are probably working on that. But that was just my first comment, is to make it really short and sweet and digestible, because like you said, we kind of live in an era of scrolling culture. Headline, top line, they're done, right? They're not going to read anything else. Most people aren't going to dig into the weeds. But anyways, that was kind of the first thing. Is I think you have a great product, and there's a lot of good stuff going on behind the scenes, but it doesn't really translate unless you're like really in the weeds all the time. So
1000% well said. Nothing to add there. It doesn't really translate unless you're in the weeds all the time. That is like a really, really good way of putting it. Digestible, and yeah, it's true. If you're super invested in the project, and I've said this before, if you're like somebody who's really invested in MCP points and you see a future for those, then it's understandable why you might go that extra length to remember all the numbers associated with earning points for comics and collectibles. But the average person isn't going to do that, right? If you want to win, you're going to win the same way where if you love MCP points enough, you're going to remember the entire program, right? The average person isn't going to do that. So I think he was spot on with everything he just said there.
That was just the first comment, and I do believe you guys, can't already have that going on. But just for me, as an outsider, when I'm talking to people or talking to friends, the easier, the more clean and simple it is. Talk to me like I'm 5 kind of thing. And then they're probably willing, to get involved in some level. The second piece, sorry, I'm out of breath. You guys caught me here mid-workout. The second piece was, I just want to see if you could touch up on accessibility. So I think the last couple of times we talked, you're saying that's a main priority, accessibility, and just basically, and I know there's things you are working on, but if you could just say, to new people or people who haven't really been keeping in touch, what does that look like? Whether it's, giving people more ways to get involved or sharing information, because I think for a lot of us before, they found OMI, through exchanges, and they got excited. They kind of came in from finding it somewhere. So exchanges is one piece of it, but as we end this year and go into the next year, if there's anything you can share, obviously not behind the scenes information, but if there's anything you share with people about how that's going or how the plan's going, or just kind of talk about that a little bit. I'm sure it's still a priority, but just anything really to share kind of moving forward on accessibility with OMI. Thanks.
Love it. Just for anyone tuning in right now, we hit the 100 mark. Let's go. We got 100 plus people in here right now. I appreciate each and every one of you guys taking time out of your day to chill and hang out with us. In 15 minutes, VeVe is going to be going live. So that's not me saying leave this stream, all right? That's me saying hang out with us while we go over there. We'll raid their stream. But yeah, if you guys want to keep hanging out and want to add your comments in the chat while we kind of watch what's going on over there, we are going to be covering that. So just a heads up for anyone just tuning in.
Yeah, thank you so much for the comment there as well as the question. You can at least say that you tried to ask for insider information. I don't mind. I still won't give it to you, but I appreciate you taking the gracious route and saying that stuff that's publicly available. So based on your first observation, I do just want to touch on it quickly because I think it is a very important point. I think making very digestible content in information streams is incredibly important. And I think, like you said, we live in a scrolling kind of era where if it doesn't catch your eye line, in the first half seconds or so, you've already moved on to the next thing. And so that's why I've really kind of, from my point, when I'm, speaking about features,
Little fun fact, that's why I just changed the intros on my episodes. Because like YouTube does the whole thing where if you're scrolling on your feed, it doesn't just show you the thumbnail, it starts playing the video. And I used to have like the same footage, stock footage, that I used at the beginning of every episode just playing, which isn't exciting at all. So now I have those little clips at the beginning to try and help with the attention span because, yeah, it's so weird that the time that we're in right now with attention span, it's so bad. It's so bad, it's only getting worse. So, yeah.
Omi's now on base. I'm trying to come up with quirky ways to put out the information outside of me just sitting at a desk going, Omi is now on base. Go check it. Like, no one cares about that, right? Like, they want fun, they want entertainment. Oh wow, why is that fool running around the bases right now talking about a token? Like, what's going on, right? So making short, quick, digestible content to make it shareable, so that other people, your friends, they don't have 2 hours to learn about the Omi token, they have 2 minutes. So what can you tell them in 2 minutes to learn about the Omi token, or the VeVe Collectibles platform to make them want to use it? And I think that
well, there's two sides to that though. It's what can you tell them in 2 minutes to make them want to use it, but then it's also what can you tell them in 2 minutes to actually understand what they're going to use. So, which you can't do in 2 minutes, obviously, with the Omi token, or like all the aspects of VeVe. You can make it sound fun. Hey, you can, augment your most favorite characters into AR and take photos with them, next to them. You can create scenes inside your vault, right? That kind of fun aspect to it, but you want to go past that. There's a lot you need to digest.
That was something that I had seen with VeVe for a really long time, and something that I really liked was, it was so easy to download the VeVe platform, get someone signed up, and get them using the app, right? Like, you could literally do it in a minute and a half from beginning to end. And one click buy gems using your credit card linked with your app store, and hey, now you're up and running, you're in the marketplace, you're buying the collectibles that you want. Here's how you display them in AR. Super simple. And so one of the things that I always recognized, I consider myself a fairly analytical and data driven person, but the one thing that I always noticed as well with the Omi token is that it was quite complicated to understand, right? And maybe not
still is
complicated to understand if you had taken the couple weeks that it took to learn about it, but for the average person, it went right over their head. So I think for us, throughout 2024 and coming into 2025 and beyond, what we're really looking to focus on is simplifying the system, simplifying the process, and a part of doing that is, and I touched on it earlier in the space, is rolling out features one at a time. Instead of saying, hey, these 17 things are coming, and people going, well, what's going on? Like, I don't understand this. How does this really? It just becomes very complicated. Roll things out a little bit at a time. Let people get familiar and comfortable with the process.
The thing, though, also there is that there shouldn't be 17 parts to begin with. So it's not about rolling out the 17 parts all at once versus doing it one at a time. Try and simplify it so that there aren't 17 parts at all, right? Which I understand right now in the crypto space may be kind of hard, especially with like regulations and stuff moving. But that's the whole, like, that should be the main goal is to ensure that there's as few steps as possible, right? Like 17 is intimidating for anyone. So
that's also the reason that we, switched the Omi token over to base months before the Omi NFT beta started, right? Like, let's get familiar with people with bridging. How do they get their Omi tokens onto base? What is the benefit with using base? Sell them on the benefit of using base, having it had nothing to do with Omi to NFT. It's easier for accessibility. It's cheaper on gas fees. It's linked directly to Coinbase. You can use fiat onboarding. Like, all of these things, And then you roll out Omi to NFT, and people go, okay, well, good. I already know how to use Base because I hold all of my Omi on Base now. And so because I hold all my Omi on Base now I just need to learn how to use the Stacker marketplace. And so, you know, making it very simple, easy to digest. I know Stacker is going to be working hard on their marketing, and obviously we're going to be putting out, you know, a lot of information as Omi NFT goes.
When you work close to a project, sometimes you can get really tied up in the project. And what it makes me think of is like entrepreneurs. If you guys ever watched like Dragon's Den or Shark Tank, somebody walks in with this idea that they think is going to change the world, and they get shot down by all 5 of the sharks or the dragons like immediately. And they're like, no, but I believe in this idea. It's going to change the world. I put so much time and money into it. And they don't even blink an eye. I feel like the same thing can kind of happen too when you're part of a project like this, where it's like you think things are easier to understand or more simplified than they actually are because you're so close to it all the time. Because he almost just described that like, oh, you need to just figure out this part, and then you go over to Stacker, and that's the last part you need to figure out. Respectfully, that's not how that goes. And just to be clear, guys, I'm not trying to like be all pessimistic or anything here. I just like, I want to get my honest opinion from somebody who doesn't have too much experience from the crypto side. New users, it's just, yeah, it's a headache. It's a headache. I don't want to keep going in circles, but
out of private beta and becomes public for everyone, we're going to be putting out content all the time. We're going to be hosting, you know, spaces on the Akomi Discord to let people know how to utilize the features. We're going to be hosting Twitter spaces. I'm going to be going on people's YouTube channels. We're going to be making fun clips. We're going to be rewarding people and potentially doing giveaways and all of these different things to really engage the user base, but also bring in new users, but make sure that when they come, it works, it functions as it's intended, and it's an enjoyable experience. Because you only have, you know, one shot to make a good first impression. And if you blow that opportunity, then you've lost out on a potential customer forever. People that have been here for 2 or 3 years, they're lifers at this point. They've been through absolutely everything, and there is nothing that is going to shake them off or anything like that. But someone that's just learning.
Ooh, okay. I'm glad he said that, because I really hope the team isn't thinking that way, like the whole team, because I'm going to use Tails as an example here. Tails is someone who we know is in the beta for VeVeVerse, and I know that he had released the Gothic City trailer, and he wanted to release parts 2 and 3 in the VeVeVerse as well, and last week or the week before, he released his Unreal Engine video with Star Wars. And he's kind of moving over to that platform now. And I've released stuff VeVe related inside Blender and in Fortnite Unreal Engine, right? I really hope the team doesn't have this mentality of like, oh, the people that like the OGs aren't going to go anywhere despite, you know, XYZ. Like, there is eventually going to be a point in time where people do leave for good. So I really hope it's not oh, they've been through the worst, so they're like, regardless of what we toss in front of them now, they're still going to stick around. I don't think that's the case at all. Duck says lifers, baby. I'm trying to follow what Foster says, but I think he knows too much, because indeed I cannot understand really what they say, but it gives me confidence that they know what they are doing, Sven says. Yeah, and that's something that we've talked about as well, right? Now, Sven, let me ask you, and I don't mean this in like a rude way or anything. I know English isn't your first language. Is it because of like the language barrier, or is it just because of like your knowledge in like crypto and that type of stuff? If you're cool with me asking that. Got the laser 314 on it. I don't know what that is. What is that? Duck apparently knows what it is. Is that something related to the London police as well? All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes in, let's say 3 minutes. We're going to head over to... No. We'll be risky here. We'll do 4 minutes. We're going to head over to VeVe Space, so... Sven says no, too technical. Okay. Interesting.
For the first time, one of your friends who you're trying to tell about it they'll give you 30 seconds. And if it doesn't work the way it's supposed to, they're on to the next thing. So it's about catering to both of those audiences and making sure that we have plans in place. And you did hit the nail on the head when you said, we do have some plans on how we're going to do that. But I think, you were certainly right to flag that as something that should be a priority, because it absolutely should.
Yeah, and I want to add something there. I don't know how long you planned on doing this space for, but something that I don't see mentioned a whole lot is we still have a large amount of VeVe users that never bothered with Omi just because of the situation with Omi. It's been a couple of years of trying to build the features out.
Yep.
And a lot of people never saw any merit to involving themselves in that, or they may not even be crypto native users. Well, when Omi to NFT goes live, now all of those users have a direct way to get their very first Omi in a wallet that is already set up for them, abstracted, self-custody, all of the good things, and they'll be able to do that seamlessly with just listing their first item for Omi on the Omi to NFT market. So we'll get a lot of new users in from that side, and then those are the ones specifically that would benefit from what you're asking, Pixel, is digestible information, short little instructional things, and making it fun. So
yeah, and that's nice because he's talking about having some, money that's been sitting on the sidelines kind of coming in when the Omi to NFT gets released, because it knocks down those barriers a little bit. People don't have to go through the 14 steps that we've had to go through for however long now. Sven says, decided to buy a closet for the price of half a car. Oh goodness, in the crypto bear market, so here I am paying for a closet. Sven. Well, hey man, you also gotta buy clothes for the closet. You're not done yet. Notorious says, what I have left in the app in my collection can go to zero. I'm in till it's dead or the world's biggest collector platform. Yeah, I agree to that. I agree. Don't invest more than you can lose, and at this point, everything that I've put in, I'm willing to lose, so. I know not everyone can, but what's in now is already written off. Yeah. Smart. Doug says, pardon me. Doug says, way I see it, VeVe doesn't even need to do anything else really. Just wait till everyone's got Snapchat AR glasses and our collectibles are integrated. Boom. Yeah, I think we're still a number of years away from that, though. I did hear about those Snapchat glasses. I might make a video on them. Sven says, I didn't think about the clothing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Start planning, man. Start planning. It's only a matter of time before you're at the mall. Or online. Alright, so let's head over to this space now. I appreciate not seeing the viewership drop. Hopefully you guys are going to stick with me while we head over there. So let's click on this link. And we got the minute countdown. Drop the like. What's everyone saying? I'd really appreciate it if everyone can take just a quick moment to either hit the thumbs up button or share the stream. That would really help. It would help us, and it would kind of help VeVe just get a little bit more viewership on the stream. So, but yeah, this should be starting any moment now. It's going to be a live stream with Corey, MC, and Diana about some of the latest stuff to drop on VeVe, as you guys can see on the right-hand side here, as well as some upcoming things pertaining to New York Comic Con, some new IP, giveaways, I think. Not sure if we can enter the giveaway if we're in here. No worries, man. Yeah, if you want to, yeah. No. I understand that. Sven, dude. Raid for collectors gone digital. Soon in VeVeverse, soon. Oh, dude, get out of here with the VeVeverse, will ya? Backdoor, dude. I didn't know your name was Josh. We got the same name. That's cool. That's cool. Duck says I'm going to mute your stream and jump over there. Still on stream, though. Appreciate that, man. Let's go. Here we go. Let me turn down this music. Where is my music? Why is this so... Oh, that's why.
Excited for today. A lot of cool things to talk about in the live stream, so that's a cool one. Always fun whenever we get to announce some stuff.
All right, what's everyone saying? What's everyone hoping for in this stream? Are you guys hoping for some big news? And if so, what? I don't know why you wouldn't hope for big news, but we got New York Comic Con right around the corner, so I'm hoping something big for that.
Ready to go and to talk about all of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to cover that a little bit later. We're going to get into that, you know, the comic we had and all of that. Everybody watching, just so you know, we have giveaways going on today throughout the whole show.
Sven says dab, dab, dab.
We have 3 that are going to go out. We have our awesome mods. Thank you so much for helping out today in the chat. What they're going to do is randomly draw 3 of you.
Backdoor, what's up, man?
Comments in the chat, just as you're hanging out and participating and stuff like that. And then after the show, you'll get contacted through our Discord, and then we'll post you up on.
Let's do this
as well, and we'll get you those giveaways. So just participate in the chat, hang out,
ask
a question if you want. We got a chock-a-block show today, and we're gonna start it out actually with a new IP reveal.
Oh,
you know, and a guest that we have that is joining us today. And this is pretty awesome, very monumental. I know Corey.
What do they have on screen? Stanley Gibbons.
And everything. So we're going to bring him up now and say hi to him, and we'll just get right into that, you guys. Here we go.
All right, let's do it. Stamps, new stamps.
Get rid of you.
You guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. This should be a good one.
Hey, we're back. Everybody, I want to introduce you to Oscar, and Oscar is with Stanley Gibbons, and he's joined us today. We're going to be chatting with you about our new IP that's coming. And
who knows about these guys?
Thanks for joining us.
Stanley Gibbons. Who knows about them?
Invite me here live. No, I'm doing good. It's a bit late here in London, but in the UK. But no, it's good to be here and enjoyable. And apologies if a cat decides to gate crash and photobomb this. He's very inquisitive, and I'm sure he's just as interested in hearing about stamps as I hope all the viewers are as well.
Well,
all right, so
I know we were talking internally.
This is British stamps.
We don't have an actual reveal for everybody today in regards to what exactly it's going to look like on our platform, but this is going to be something, just so everybody knows, it's going to be something totally different that we've never done before. And for yourself, Oscar, you work at Stanley Gibbons. Can you give us a bit of a rundown just about what the company is and what you guys do, and then we'll talk about
let's hear it.
Some of the stamps that might be coming.
I'm excited for this. I like stamps.
Gibbons is probably the most famous name in stamp collecting. It's really where the hobby was born. It was started by Edward Stanley Gibbons in 1856, and he was selling stamps as a young man from his father's pharmacy in Plymouth, in the UK, Old Plymouth, I should say. And he was making quite a bit of money out of it, more than his father was ever selling medicine. And then he decided to moved to London, and the dealership grew and grew, and it's now the world's biggest stamp dealership. And
the world's biggest stamp dealership.
All types and all rarities to people across the world, and we have been doing so for over 170 odd years.
Wow, that's amazing.
You guys ever heard of a stamp dealership?
How's it been going there for you?
Well, I've been at the company personally for almost 6 years, and I mainly work in the auction department, so we're the main selling hub, as it were, taking in collections to value and expertise and to sell them, hopefully, and make a bit of money in the process, and serving collectors' needs and what they want.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have a couple of things to show everybody, too. We have another page for you as well of a specific kind of stamp that is really significant historically.
Ooh.
I know, Corey, you're like a big fan of this. We were talking about, I know how excited you were, right? This is, I'll just show the page right here. The penny black right here. So a lot of people may not know what this is. Corey, do you know a little bit
penny
about
black.
what this is? I know you kind of do.
I'm searching, guys. I'm searching.
Oscar does. But before we get into penny black, just a little piece of clarity. Obviously, those of you watching, we've released stamps from USPS, we've released stamps from NZ Post, but Stanley Gibbons, like Oscar was saying, is sort of unique in the sense that you all curate and release or sell stamps from all over the world, right? Is that correct?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely correct. Yep.
And so in that sense, Stanley Gibbons could be releasing any number of stamps from any different countries.
Oh yeah, exactly. We used to
Look
be
at Corey.
the stamp in the whole
Look at
world.
Corey
We're
here.
now a little bit more specialized. We tend to concentrate
Let's
on
go.
Britain and the British Commonwealth. The
Nice question.
Empire now, but we do still sell stamps from all over the world. But those are our main sort of areas, particularly Great Britain. It's what we're known for.
Mm-hmm. Super cool. And you can go right into Penny Black. I'd prefer to have Oscar talk to us about Penny Black than old Corey. I'll tell you that much.
Totally.
Well,
yeah.
Penny Blacks are probably the world's most famous stamp. They are very special.
Goes back to 1840. Holy crap.
First postage stamp.
Yep.
Came out on the 6th of May in 1840, and it was a product of a lot of postal reform that happened in the UK, and someone came up with the bright idea of prepayment. And they weren't sure how to sort of show prepayment had been made, and someone said, well, why don't you just do a sticky red rectangle with an image on? And of course, that's exactly what we got. And instead of sort of an ornate design, they decided to put the head of the very young Queen Victoria on there. And
yes,
they
Ben.
the color black because
Diana.
it was fairly inexpensive ink, and that became the world's first postage stamp.
It's unbelievable.
And 68 million were printed over a course of 18 months. So it's quite
wow.
a lot for a stamp, but about 5% survive. So it's there's a fair few around to go for collectors to have one and things. It's quite an easy stamp to get hold of as well.
I love when they do dives like this with the actual representatives from the brands.
How nice they are and such things.
I hope to see more of this.
Into that just a little bit as we're looking at this page, we're obviously seeing a pretty wide variation in value, right? Some of these are far more valuable than others. Can you just give us a quick rundown on what makes a stamp like this valuable?
Well, just pertaining to penny blacks. Well, penny blacks are pieces of paper. People seem to forget that. And paper can crease, it can discolor with age. And a feature of penny blacks is that this is before perforations, which were the jagged bits around the stamp, which you could separate them easily. You couldn't do that back then. The technology hadn't been invented. So people had to cut them out with scissors. And so around each of the stamps, you get little white borders. And the more white border you have, the more valuable it should be, because people like them with the premium of the white border. And of course, the white borders do carry a premium, and of course can be worth a fair bit more money in that sense. And Simon, the cat, if anyone wants to know, is making his contribution to this very important discussion. So some penny blacks can be worth some hundreds of pounds, and in perfect condition, they can be worth thousands of pounds, maybe tens of thousands of pounds. So there's a huge spectrum of value there.
Wow, it's amazing.
You can see the
ones that are shown on here, right here. So what is this? I know everybody can go to your site and everything, but what is this page? Is this just showing recent things that have actually sold through? Or
No, this is showing.
You can see the white borders in the photos he's talking about. More here, less here.
So the values you'll see there are our retail prices, and that's what it would cost to buy a penny black off the shelf, as it were, in the condition. So some people say that our prices can be expensive, but they're reflective of when you want to buy something that's in very good quality. Right. And often when people come to sell again, it's the quality that really does provide the pricing, as it were. There was a...
Where do they get the 35 cents from? The 21 cents, the 37 cents, 59 cents.
The big boys back in the day.
These are so random.
Quality remains long after the price is forgotten, and that's a good motto to live by with stamp collecting and things.
Yeah, 100% for sure. So like when you're, coming to VeVe, I know we can't show at this particular moment, where the only reason is because we're still putting it all together. But we know exactly what's happening, and it's going to be amazing, right?
Oh yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, can you hint a little bit? Because I know there is, and I can say this, there's a physical component to what we're going to be doing with you guys.
I think what I can teach
digitals.
You may have the potential to own something that is very special, and it is something that is very historically special, and it's something that not everybody has either. So
I beat Bill to it.
And I think the page being shown right now can
and what
possibly may be coming to VeVe's way and such things, which I think is very exciting. And I've seen the final product, and I think it looks great. So hopefully everybody else does as well.
Interesting. First digital stamp
that I have, since we have
collaboration.
Stamp collecting is one of the oldest hobbies out there, especially in the collecting world. And it's so vast, right? Because there's so many stamps. So usually a stamp collector kind of picks a niche and they collect within that because it makes it more manageable. What's yours? Like, what is it that you find most interest in?
Well, as a stamp dealer in that sense, you sort of have to have a little bit of appreciation for everything. There are lots of different stamps that I personally collect the stamps of India. That's sort of my area. I also love the stamps of Great Britain, love the penny blacks and things as well. And even some American stamps are quite nice as well. There was the Trans-Mississippi set and the Columbus set, which is a very nice set as well. And that's very difficult to get in nice condition. And also the Lincoln Memorial 96 cents, which is a rather sweet stamp from 1869. That's a nice one as well, and that's a bit expensive. And if anyone wants to have a look on the Siegel, they tend to get quite a few of those, and they can go for a few $100s and maybe even more. But I like the design. I think it's also one of the first bi-colored stamps of America. When they started printing stamps in 2 colors, quite new technology in the 1860s as well. And no, there's just lots of great stamps out there. You could spend hours listing them, and I think that's what the big appeal is about stamp collecting. They are just extremely colorful, and every stamp tells a story, and that's my favorite part. Every stamp has a story.
Yeah, that's awesome. And with your site, like, where's the best place people can go? Because there's a lot of people that are obviously on our platform and in digital.
I hope for a bit more new IP.
Doing the stamps here that want to know more and started to learn more about actual like real world collecting. So your site right here obviously looks like it has a lot of good information in it.
Sven says if they would make Fortnite stamps, that would be another discussion. Gravity John says I buy Christmas and Halloween stamps, not really a stamp collector. I hope for a bit more new IP, but okay, okay with the start with a stamp maybe. Maybe there is more. Yeah, I expect more. They said they're starting off with this.
For anyone else who is more interested in the penny black, I did do quite a long video of the penny black some years ago, which still has got quite a few good amount of views on there, and that goes into a bit more information than I am at the moment. But with any way of beginning stamp collecting, my advice would be to start small and to build up over a period of time. Perhaps get involved in a local society. There's hundreds of them out there across the world. There's many in the UK. There are many.
Gravity John says, so what can I do with said stamp in the VeVe-verse? No idea, man. Haven't said that yet, but when I think of stamps in the VeVe-verse, the biggest thing is like using them as backdrops.
They'll give you as much advice as possible, and people can reach
like the New Zealand stamps, the backdrops, you can use them as like art.
Stamps in. We sell the catalogs so that you can research them. So there's a huge wealth of knowledge out there and a lot of opportunities and potential to really take this going on forward. And another bit of advice is that no great stamp collection is made overnight. It takes years, maybe a whole lifetime. So start small.
Dude, sending custom mail to each other is actually, that's a good idea.
That's amazing. That's very, very similar to a lot of other different collecting, realms, comic books and other stuff that a lot of people we have on our platform as well, right? In real world, they're getting into that as well. So that is absolutely awesome. We'd love to have you back too once more information comes out and we can talk more and dive more deep into it for sure.
I'll be happy for the invitation.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, is there anything you can tell us about like just how this all came to be?
Yeah, the origin story.
Yeah,
the origin story
of VeVe, yeah.
Of VeVe. Well, I think we were looking to expand and to look into digital markets, really, and to see what potential there is out there.
Ooh.
So I think that's really where we sort of came in that sense. And of course, hopefully people and your customers will be as equally interested in to see what we have planned for them.
Great question.
Yeah.
That's exciting times.
Let's go, guys. Right now, we are currently beating the viewership of VeVe's stream. Let's go. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much.
For sure. Well, thanks, Oscar. This is great. We won't take any more of your time.
Rub that in MC's face. Let's go.
It's wonderful to talk to you all, and I hope you're all very enthusiastic about this, and hopefully everyone else will be as well.
We'll make sure that everybody we head over to will share your YouTube channel as well, so people can dive into that. So that's really great to know. And yourself as well. We'll make sure we connect with you so we can share all the socials that we need to, so people can start like getting a little bit more, information about like your company and about what you guys do. And of course, we'll have our reveals and announcements coming up on the
Exactly.
officials, when everything's ready, stay tuned for everybody. This is going to be crazy.
It's gonna be
something we've
huge.
never
It's gonna
done.
be big.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Oscar. We'll let you go, and we'll definitely talk to you again soon.
This is exciting.
Thanks for having me. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Oscar.
It's nice to see new stamps. When they announced the New Zealand stamps, I was stoked. It's good to see a third option now. So we got USPS, we got New Zealand, and now we have
I'm so
these
excited
guys.
for that release.
Let's go.
For so many reasons. I think anyone watching that even slightly cares about stamps or just collecting in different formats is going to be super stoked.
Sven says I was always a big fan of MC. I tend to find the good VeVe streamers. I found Josh too.
Yeah. What did you think, Diana? How did you? That was
Sven, dude, you're a gem.
I was
You're a
just sitting
gem.
there thinking about the connection with family and the passing down of collections from older generations to younger generations, because I have a stamp collection that I haven't touched, but my mum put that together for me from her collection. I was just sitting there thinking the possibilities with digital stamps. It's so special to be able to take it from the 1860s to now to however long our future stretches for.
Right.
Just fantastic and amazing. Yeah.
I have a similar story because actually, my grandmother had a whole bunch of stamps that were collected through the family, and she passed them down to me. And actually, the most interesting was the covers. So we got all these envelopes, from way back when, from a part of my family that actually was in the United States, and they were all really old, 1800 United States stamps that are on these envelope covers with some of them even have letters in them. And there was a whole stack.
Oh,
of
that's
them, and
cool.
It was the most fascinating thing. One of them I actually opened up, and I was read this letter about somebody was writing to a family member how they went and saw a performer in the early 20th century, right? And they were critiquing the performer, this singer, they weren't as good, and but the language was really different than how we speak today. But it was such a fascinating piece of history, just like you said.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
another
cool.
piece of history. Oh, go on. Sorry if you got.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's one of the things that I'm fascinated about with stamps is looking at the old names of countries and places. You look at a stamp and you're like, wow, this country does not exist in this form anymore.
It's true. It's so true. I learned about the cancellation that they do. I'm a noob, but the cancellation stamp on the used ones, certain post office that don't exist anymore. I went on a deep dive when I got these stamps. I was like, I wonder if there's anything crazy in here, and because of the envelopes, right? And they were they had their little stamp on it. And certain post office that don't exist or gone or maybe very scarce or rare or hard to find, that can add value, So I mean, you just go into depth. There was one.
What kind of postage stamps do you guys want to see?
We'll figure it out. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
The guy was just talking about Indian stamps. Do we have any stamp collectors in the chat that collect things that aren't on VeVe yet in terms of stamps?
Let's go through our other stuff. We had the Tarzan comic come out. This is really fun. Still available in the shop. Have you guys had a chance to read this one yet? I haven't had a chance to read it, but.
No, I haven't touched any Tarzan recently. I've been too busy trying to catch up on everything else.
Shout out to Double Quill.
I went for the drop. I got the rare, the gold one. So
my TBD list just keeps growing. The to be read.
Well, this one right here, the Return to Tarzan Part 4, City of Gold, and I got the rare, so it's a gold. So I know people collect all the rares, all the gold covers and stuff. So, and by the way, these are great for MCP. Just saying, everybody.
MCP.
I don't know. Just saying. But that one came out. It's still available in the store. Then we have the Logan one that dropped today, and holy smokes, Diana, have you read this one? This one is so.
I have stayed far away from Old Man Logan because I'm very old school in the sense of I like my Wolverine the way classic Wolverine is. Everything else I'll try to stay away from just so it doesn't ruin.
That Uncommon is awesome.
The impression and
the Scotty Young variant.
For classic Wolverine, so I'm just like, you know what? I'll let the other fans read and enjoy these expanded universes and versions of Logan.
This one's crazy. I actually didn't know. Corey and I were talking just a bit before. So I got just a comment today, and which was cool.
Yeah, I need to get some, right?
Oh yeah, you were gonna do that. And I didn't know, but so the first Old Man Logan that we had, which was basically where he went through and he had like the Hulks and stuff, and it was all like that. This is after that. Like I forgot that that's what this story is. So this is beyond that, where all the Hulks. So Diana's crazy. It's like in the future, all the villains won, everyone's dead. I mean, he's like, it's not the movie at all, right? And it's just so bloody and crazy and scary and awesome. And this one actually continues the story from the previous comic.
Double Quill says, ever since I started collecting uncommons, I get the common. Because she used to always get the uncommon undrops. That's funny.
But it's so cool. But I think, Corey, you said you might, you were thinking about going for this one.
Yeah, I just grabbed 2. And I got a common and an ultra rare. Hey, I got an ultra rare 4800. That's a fun mint. Not too shabby. And then my common is a 1451.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Shabby, not too shabby. I haven't got a secret rare comic, and I don't even know the last time I got a secret rare comic. Come on.
Dude, I went like 2.5 years without a secret rare. So
the ultra rare was my favorite variant cover, so I'm glad I got that.
That's awesome. Congrats on that.
I like Old Man Logan because it's just like, that's how I feel.
You just feel like
that's how I feel.
My body just hurts all the time. My back hurts. My hips hurt.
Typical dad.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So that's going to be a good one to continue to read for sure. And we'll touch on this too, because this is a lot of fun. So everybody, we're human, right? We had a bit of a thing. People seem to like it. Yeah. Go ahead, Diana. You got.
I was gonna say it was a little happy accident, right, guys?
That's right. It was a happy accident, released a month early.
To the day.
To the day. But which was it was really surprising to see everybody go and check it out. And the good news is that you get to keep it and everything, and it's cool. And we have other plans for New York City Comic Con. We have a New York City Comic Con segment at the end of the video here coming up, which is going to be pretty fun. But
exciting!
You guys manage to grab one? I didn't get it from the store because we were in the back. I'm wondering.
I was busy making the video because we released this month early, so I was like,
I was asleep. This happened at 3 a.m. I was asleep. But
who got one on drop?
My physical logo at the back, and I managed to buy it in the market. So now I have both, and I'm happy.
Nice. Is that what it is behind you? Is that the physical logo right there?
That's the physical one. It's like it's exactly that. It's basically a light up box that you can get. I think it was made worldwide. Pretty sure it was.
You got batteries in that one?
No.
Come on, all of your light stuff in the background. You gotta turn them on.
So you guys have the lights back there. You guys have all the lights back there. I have to add some more lights under these shelves. Yeah, Corey, I think you had the red ones whenever.
Corey's setup is awesome.
Yeah, I was dark side. I was not happy that day. I changed my lights in my background for anyone watching. So if you have normal meetings with me, you kind of know how I'm feeling by. Is the light back there red? Is it blue or green?
Dude, I need his audio setup. His audio setup is so good.
As soon as the camera turns on and we start talking.
Shout out to Corey.
Because, like you said, this one went out with no announcements. Of course, the artwork wasn't quite there yet, even though it was finished. Everything was pretty much ready.
It wasn't linked. That's all.
Yeah, it just wasn't linked. So, but everybody seemed to really like it. So you never know, everybody. We might surprise and delight in the future with some other stuff. You just never know.
On purpose, though.
Yeah, this time on purpose. Yeah. Marvel would like that.
I would like that. I think we all would.
Yeah, I think
Marvel would like that. I wonder if they got a little frustrated with that.
Venom and Carnage,
the fact that they dropped it accidentally.
First of 4 that's coming out. We can say that this is a series, and
that's a cool cover.
Awesome right here. I haven't read the comic, but any of these kind of stories with Venom and Carnage are awesome. And I know that movie's coming up, Diana. We've been looking at the movie stuff and maybe doing some posts and things around that.
Yeah, who's excited for Venom number 3?
About the movie coming up.
I am, because we might actually see Null.
Right.
Null,
really?
Ooh.
Symbiote, the creator who created symbiotes. That's going to be really awesome to see in the movie form, and I'm sure the comics will just be super popular because of that.
Sven says, guys, if you guys want to be part of the club, get yourself a Marvel logo. Yeah, a new club's gonna form.
So metal. I liked whenever Null, they did like all the nullified covers for all the different comics, and it just made look like every comic look 1000% more BA, because like Thor looked metal, like, and it was the coolest version of Thor I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
I like these runs. I wish we would do more runs. You know, we did the Craven's Last Hunt. We've done Fallen Sun. What was the other one you mentioned, Aaron?
Yeah, there was the Deadpool comics that we
the
had.
Deadpool run. I love runs. I wish we could get all the runs. Maybe a little bonus for having all the runs.
Right. Well, we're working on that. We're working on stuff with
That
comics.
Secret Rare is cool as well.
But, I mean, these covers are
Cheers.
look at this. I mean, right? I mean, I don't know. I no matter what the comic is worth in the real world or whatever, or how scarce it is, I just love any Spidey, Venom, Carnage covers on our platform, and of course IRL as well, right? So I'll be going for this one and the other ones too that'll be announced soon, right? But here's the article right here. It's out live. Like I said, we put it out. 3,000 editions right here, at $6.99. So I think people are going to like that with that scarce 120 secret edition, secret rare.
Good drop size.
So, it's going to be a good one to get. And if you can get all of them, that'll be good as well. I don't know what cover your guys' favorite. I actually think I'm liking
the yellow pops a lot. That's for sure. That's for sure.
The ultra rare is always the one that's always my favorite, more so than the secret rare.
They do a really good job on the ultra rares. Yeah.
Me missing out on
a lot of those exclusive covers look phenomenal.
Yeah, no doubt. And most of them are exclusive to VeVe, right?
Yeah.
So we got all sorts of fun stuff ahead for that. We can't say anything. We're not going to say anything, but we love our ultra rares. I know David loves the ultra rares. Yeah. So, and by the way, just as a reminder, in case anyone tuned in late, we do have the 3 giveaways that we're doing during this live stream. So if you're commenting in the chat in any way, like having fun, our mods, and thanks so much for our mods for we got OMW in there, Morris and Josh. They're both helping us out just in the chat right there. So they're actually going to be doing that giveaway. They're going to just randomly draw 3 of you, from your comments, just any comment you make, and we'll get a hold of you after for VeVe Digital Collectible.
Takashi, but comment.
Socials and connect with you and everything. And
just
comment, keep interacting, keep chatting. We're reading them down there for sure. We're just coming through all of our news and stuff before we start chatting. But that comic's coming out, so that's going to be really cool. Now, I just wanted to put this in the background.
Oh, what the heck?
Just because I don't know. I just wanted to see it again, Corey.
Hey, my video's getting more playtime. I love it. This is a fun one.
Yeah, for sure. Did you guys? So I know we got a lot of feedback from this whole process, and it was a lot of fun, and we learned a lot of things from it. It was super cool. It was like kind of the first time we did this kind of stuff. But the Venom and the Carnage collectibles are, I still got mine. They're just really some of the best we've seen. So,
I really like the Venomized Mighties. They look phenomenal.
Like Dana, what do you think out of the most recent stuff that we've released is maybe one of your favorites?
I like the Storm.
Right?
Storm looks awesome.
Probably Venom, or I really like the brown suit Wolverine. That one I'm just kind of losing my mind about. So.
Yeah, Venom's crazy.
I haven't
Venom and Carnage.
The blue and yellow Wolverine, and this one's going to surprise everyone, but the Sentinel.
Whoa.
I really
what the hell?
Common.
Yeah.
Sentinel. I don't know what it is about it, but just having it in AR and making it really big and towering, it's like, whoa. So I had a little fun with that one over the weekend.
Fair enough.
Going outside and putting it in the skyscrapers. Yeah, I think those two.
I do that with the Avengers Tower.
You put it in AR or something, or yeah.
Yeah. So we went to the city, and I was like, maybe I should go and try and see how big I can get it. And I could actually get it quite high up to the some of the towers in Melbourne.
I did that with Ultraman and Niagara once too.
Coming down and trying to
awesome.
the little people.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. The fact that it's animated is pretty cool. When I was in Holland this summer, I did the same kind of thing. I put it on this bridge and I had it blown up. I didn't go crazy high. I was but I did. I expanded it and it kept getting bigger out of my screen, and then I had to step back. And I was stepping back. I almost, and this is no joke, I got close to the canal.
Oh God!
Even though there's rope.
We all know where this is going.
My son was he just tapped my back because he knew what I was doing, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, don't fall in. Now, everybody, be careful out there when you're doing AR. Yes. What about you, Corey? What's one of your more recent famous?
I think my most
don't drink an AR
favorite would be
don't drink an AR.
Brown. I just think the detail on that's really, really nice. Marco and his team are just doing such an amazing job with facial anatomy. It's really leveling up how our collectibles. My favorite one has yet to release, and it's going to be I think here within 3 months, and it's just like, oh, like I'm so excited to get to talk about it and show it off. But yeah, as of recent, Wolverine Brown.
That's awesome. Yeah. Do you guys see the
Yeah, that was a popular one.
on that one? There's not many.
Oh no, I
go check that one out for sure. Crazy, right? But let's go on to this right here. And okay, we have something really cool that Diana put together.
I'm eyeing that ultra rare already again.
And you guys may not have seen it yet. That's why we wanted to bring it up here too, right? Because we haven't really promoted it and put it out. But this is we were waiting for this to show everybody. But this is the comic that we just got, a couple days ago. And I know, Danny, you've watched the show already. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I'm in the middle of the Rings of Power right now. So we just finished.
Sven says my wife is always getting mad at me when I do AR pictures. Does she get embarrassed because you're like taking photos of nothing? It's like, what are you taking a photo of? And you're just like turning your camera certain angles. Look like that professional photographer out there. That's funny. Oops.
I watched both episodes, and then as soon as my husband went to bed, I watched the 2 episodes again. That was how much I enjoyed it. It was really good. Like, I think everyone who hasn't seen the show, if you like, shows and content around witchcraft, like, Practical Magic, Hocus Pocus, Charmed, all of that, and then you love Marvel, it's like this perfect amalgamation. And so I just sat there watching like 4 hours of it and just been like, oh my God, this is amazing. Theme songs in there is amazing. They do a little singing number in there that was amazing. It's stuck in my head all night. And then having this comic as well, it's like, this is one of the comics that, very few people cared about back then because,
She's getting frustrated. I prefer the T-Rex instead of her. Yeah, that'll
yeah, I think having people
that should do it.
Wait a minute, she doesn't look like that. And having that opportunity to actually read her story in the comics and where she was created, why she was created, how she ties into the Fantastic Four, I think it's going to be one of those things that people will get to discover for the first time now with the show.
That's awesome. Now, this is the thing I was want to deal with. So we're definitely going to be watching that this weekend for sure, my family, right? So this is what I wanted to bring up.
Okay, what is this?
So Diana put this together, everybody. It's on our blog, right in the comic book section, and it's Why Agatha Harkness Matters. Awesome article right here. We'll just zip through it and stuff. And
5 essential comics for new readers.
Know what you're thinking when you're putting this together, because if you look at it, it's got all different kinds of comics that she is relevant in that you can go after that aren't even on the platform, some of them. So yeah, 5 essential comics for new readers.
Exactly. So yeah, again, I think a lot of people don't realize the impact Agatha Harkness has in the supernatural realm of Marvel. So, obviously everyone loves the Scarlet Witch. They love the fact that she's got chaos magic and all the craziness that happens with Wanda. But Agatha plays such a big part in Scarlet Witch's journey throughout, from starting out learning about her magic to all the other bits and pieces that happen. So to really understand why she matters in the Marvel universe, I thought, okay, here are the 5 comics you should read to get a little bit of that understanding. And then, you can watch the show to get a bit more. You can dive deep into other comics. There's just so much out there on, a character that Marvel hasn't really pushed out there until recently, really. So yeah, like basically the 5 comics are all to do with key, I guess, moments that Agatha played in the history of Marvel, with the Avengers, with Scarlet Witch in particular. And then we look at, Scarlet Witch's son, Billy, and Tommy. So Wiccan and Speed, they're 2 characters in the Young Avengers, and they potentially play a part in the show. So I thought, okay, let's give you some comics to read so you have an idea of who they are, what their motivations are, how they tie in with Agatha, how they tie in with Scarlet Witch. So all of that is here in the blog. It's an easy read, I hope. It's really simple, and I don't know, I was pretty happy to write this for you all because I love comics. I love tying in comics with the shows, and I want people to have that joy as well.
Yeah, this is so awesome. These books right here are so cool. And it's really great. You give the cover, you know, exactly why you should read them. Like I said, some of these aren't on VeVe potentially yet. We'll see what happens in the future, but you give the reasons why, a little background, a little bit about it right here, why read it. And this is great. I mean, people can go and kind of get a nice heads up, you know, before, right? You can look these comics up too and get a synopsis of them if you go to like the Marvel sites, as we all know, you know, the kind of the Marvel Wikipedia type sites, right? And you can actually read up on these. And there's even videos too, I bet, on YouTube where sometimes people break these down. But this is really cool. Scarlet Witch solo series and why read it. And then you have a wrap up right here. And I'll read the wrap up on your behalf if that's cool. Since it's on screen.
Sure.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it,
I'll
MC.
do my best, Diana, or you can read it if you like, for sure.
I don't know. Don't want to hear my voice reading what I wrote.
You can just paraphrase it.
Yeah, it's a little closer. It's close. You can just paraphrase it if you want, but I think you did a good job today. As we anticipate the release of Agatha all along, these are Diana's words. I'm just gonna muck them up, but these 5 comics will serve as essential reading to prepare you for the magical and mysterious world of Agatha Harkness, from her origins to the Fantastic Four, which is the comic we just got, to her manipulations in the Avengers and beyond. Agatha's influence on the Marvel Universe is vast and far-reaching. By diving into these...
Sven says it would be cool to add some community members in the stream at the end for a bit of a Q&A. I agree with that. I don't think they're going to do it, though, because then it'll kind of turn into an AMA, which I think they're purposely avoiding. But Gravity John says, I copped the McLaren on Fortnite. Dude, I was eyeing that as well. It's just it's too much for me, man. I don't want to spend that much on it, on a single car. But yeah, that's probably going to be my... I prefer that over the Lambo that they got. Such a nice sounding car as well, but nice, man. We might actually be ending the stream inside Fortnite as well. I might have some people join me, and then anybody who has any kind of questions or comments from this video, we can kind of discuss it while we got some gameplay on screen. So any gamers who are currently watching us right now, make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, for sure. Now, as we segue a little bit, since our last live stream, we've had actually some level 1...
By the way, guys, I appreciate all the support. We got a lot of us in here right now. Might be one of our largest streams. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you guys are on YouTube, or follow on X. And I'm happy to bring some more live content.
Our socials spread across our...
If you guys are also enjoying the live episodes, let me know.
Just to give a shout out,
we just started doing this about 3 weeks ago.
With them, and they provide us with all the information they want to give, and we just like to give them a little shout out for sure. So we've done a few since our last one, and even though they're not on the live stream, because we did have
Sven says that's a flex. It is a flex. That McLaren is it's got quite the hefty price tag on it.
To, you know, our posts that we've done, just give them a little shout out. You know, just give them some love. Just say congrats. These are some of our, you know, most dedicated and most favorite like members we have on the platform.
Which, by the way, Sven, I completed the Futurama set. Iron Man dropped, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. There's something off about the suit that I don't really like, so I just ended up buying Leela and Fry to complete that whole set. So
most prize collectible. He has got the mint number 100. VeVe Golden Silver logo matching his level 100, which is pretty cool. Level 100 birthday was January, so he's been a level 100 for a while now. Like, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Favorite creator
that's
is
impressive.
Chad, NFT Pirates. And by the way, we saw you, Chad. If you're watching, we saw you peeked your head on X there. We're waiting for you. We want to talk to you again. So we saw you. And then his favorite drop wish list coming up would be Master of the Universe Skeletor. So
Skeletor. I wish. I want that too.
yeah. And then of course we also had Elegant Colors. You know, you can see him in the chat as well here today. Level 100 Spotlight too. So this came out like about a week or so ago. And of course, we celebrated him as well, right? Yeah, the 9th of April was his VeVe birthday. First collectible was the DeLorean Time Machine Ultra Rare.
Ooh.
Super awesome, super underrated. That one's one of the best. And most prized collectible, the VeVe Gold and Silver logo. He's got the partner statue, the Flower Bomber, Patina, which is great. And of course, the Dragon Girl Ultra Rare. Level 100 birthday was in August, so more recent.
Is Patina the gold one?
A more recent Level 100 Spotlight. And best drop wish list coming up is game characters like and Minecraft and Super Mario, and then more movie characters like Doc and Marty. You know, probably to go with his time machine and Harry Potter and Ghost.
Minecraft and Super Mario Brothers would be
And
huge.
he's in the chat right here. I saw him. Where is he? He's
Large IP.
We thank you too and appreciate you. And there's one more we wanted to spotlight too. Scary Sea Monster. I love this one. And for sure. So like I said, they supplied us all this. The 7th of April as well, very close. Time Machine as well, the one, the ultra rare. Most prized collectible is the R2-D2 Mint 1980.
Ooh.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, 1 of 1 edition. That's pretty awesome. The 22nd of March, level 100 birthday. So been a level 100 for a while now as well. And the drop wish list, just one wish, and the collector's dream, in-app offer and counter offer features. So we've been talking a lot to our level 100s and asking them, you know, like to help us out with things that they're looking for, as well as we talk to the community as well. So everybody. And they've been really helpful lately, specifically on, you know, giving us some good thoughts, ideas, feedback. So we just want to shout them out as well, and we have lots of stuff coming. So, you know, what do you guys think about their wish lists? I know you made Corey, you made the Skeletor voice, but
their wish list is my wish list. I mean, like I want everything that they want pretty much.
Yeah,
I want more stuff.
Do you have a wish list?
For me?
Yeah.
I just want more gaming collectibles.
Yeah, she's a big gamer.
I collect Xbox controllers, right? And I'm really running out of space to put them all. So can we get digital Xbox controllers? I mean,
Ooh.
and, then we can have different versions.
I'd like that.
Different colors, different designs.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right.
And all my money will go.
Oh yeah. That's it. Diana she'll be spent.
Pretty much. It's like you'll see me out on the street.
Hey, Gravity, by the way, John, if you wanna join us in Fortnite, I don't know what time zone you're in, dude, but if you want to join us over in Fortnite after, let me know and just DM me or like your profile tag, and I'll send you a friend request. But my DMs are open over on X. I don't know if you use the platform or if you're just comfortable tossing it in the chat. Whatever works best for you, man.
People do, and sometimes he plays with the T800, like just the skeleton just running around, and I always go like, let me know when you're playing so I can watch, because it's just one of my favorite movie series ever, so that'd be great. But Corey, we do now have to talk about our vroom vroom. So
Maserati,
vroom, vroom,
let's go.
which is coming up.
If you were a level 100, you actually found out about this vroom vroom last week. One of the awesome perks of being a level 100 is you get multiple meetings with the team. I think there's one every Thursday of every single month with a different part of our team. I'm this every Thursday.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I get to share some of the behind the scenes stuff. So they already got to see this. So I'm going to do a quick transition. You want the video?
Oh yeah, the video.
He said that so nonchalantly. Have they announced that before? And I just completely missed it. But I didn't know if you were level 100, you get a meeting with the team every week. That's a cool utility itself.
It'll be great. Steve, this is a video, you guys. It's gonna be great.
Sven says he's in Fortnite. Let's go. All right, what is this? Oh, it's the Maserati. Oh, thank goodness, guys. You actually made a promo video. I talked about this in my video. Like, why not promote it in AR? Thank you. Oh, it's not AR. This is made in Unity. Yeah, it's Unity. It's the same program that they used to make the Groot promo. It's, yeah. Same platform they used to make the Groot promo. It's not the VeVe for anyone wondering.
That is awesome, Corey. Amazing job on the vid. And you know, just publicly want to shout you out for all your work, guys. Corey's been working so hard. No, dude, he's been working so hard behind the scenes, like trying to do all these vids and pushing the boundaries on stuff. That's a great.
Sven says he's in Fortnite. Let's go, Gravity. 100%, man. I'll keep an eye out for your DM.
You know, show some of the behind the scenes.
Thanks for all your support, by the way.
And everything. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Like essentially with the level 100s, they got a sneak peek of the process of not just making a video, but a
Mm.
digital collectible from the point of signing a contract with a licensor or an IP, the conceptual stages of getting the concept pieces. For a car, it's very specific, right? Like this is a GT2, so it needs to look exactly like a GT2. But for other things like maybe a Wolverine Brown, there might be a little bit of flux in how that final design could be. But for something like a GT2, a whole series of images are
Wes, what's
provided,
going on, man?
cockpit basically driving videos. So all
I
of our
appreciate
artists
anyone
and
who's on our
sculptors
stream and not
have
VeVe's right now.
the very best
Nothing against
skills
them.
to start making that model. And so the level 100's got to see that model go from basically a bunch of gray polygons all the way to a perfectly textured collectible.
Dude, why is that promo image so blurry though? I want to know that. I want to know why.
It's a lot of fun getting to sort of lift up the hood and show what's under it and talk a little bit more about the process, because it's really amazing. It is amazing to see what our team can do and what they're doing in terms of the detail and the quality. This video, probably because it's a live stream, isn't giving you the best, you know, resolution.
Okay, question though. Why are they showing this now? Why didn't they show this as the main promo?
If you look up the Maserati.
Because if they think the more people are going to be watching this live stream than seeing the photos or like the promo photos on X, it's not the case. It's the opposite. More people are going to see this than the video.
The car is exactly the same as this car. And then obviously it's our first thing with Maserati, which is just mad exciting. 1914, two brothers start a car company in Bologna, Italy. Anyone in chat know why a trident? Why the trident for Maserati? I kind of gave you a hint if you think geographically where Bologna, Italy is. But yeah, that trident was selected for a very specific reason.
Right there in the middle, right? Yeah. That's awesome. Hey, can you also
Best logo in the car industry.
See the image that we're looking at here, right? And this is cool from a marketing perspective, just so people know that we're really upping things and trying different things. Can you talk just a little bit about the thinking behind like the imagery and stuff? Because I know our design team is really working hard as well.
Oh, thank God, dude. Thank you for that.
The marketing
I want to hear
team
this.
That all works together. We have an amazing creative director, and essentially what we do is we look at how the company itself would promote this product. So if they were going to be making videos to promote this car, how do they do it? Because we want to make sure that anything that we're showing visually is going to appeal to the people that love it more than anything in the world. Obviously, we want it to be great for all of you and everyone watching this. Even if you're not into cars, you'll be like, hey, that looks really cool. But if you love Maserati GT2s, it's really important that the very first image you see of it is very familiar. It's very comforting. And you're like, I might check out this VeVe thing. Like,
1000%, which is why it shouldn't be blurry.
Means you can drive it around in augmented reality. It's pretty slick, right? So essentially, our lead graphic designer comes up with a concept image along with our creative director. And from that, I usually am talking with them about how we would promote that in terms of a video. Because the videos go obviously beyond just, you know, embedded into a website and into the app. We use those for ads and other things too. So we just want to make sure that everything's sort of cohesive and linear and it makes sense and it's of a quality that's worth putting money behind to sort of promote what we're trying to do.
Okay, that's maybe fair for why they didn't release the video right away and they went with the photo instead. But if you're talking about showing it like first impressions matter, my first impression on that photo is why was it staticky?
Like that. And then I have trained the rest of the graphic design team and creative team how to use Unity, and I got training from production how to do that. And so this car is really unique, and a lot of our models that we're doing right now are very unique in that they're fully rigged. And the reason we're doing that
fully
is
rigged. Let's go.
Future-proofing our collectibles.
I feel like some of this may be directed at me.
Interoperability is already there because it's built into the base layer of the model itself. So we wouldn't have to take the model and be like, we need all the wheels to move independently. We need the brake calipers to move independently. That steering wheel needs to be able to turn. Those buttons need to be able to, all that stuff's baked into it. But in terms of what we can do with it right now, from your experience, those of you watching, is you can drive it. You know, you can open the doors, you know, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, that's sort of the
opening of the door is like the easiest way to know that it's rigged. Because if it wasn't rigged, it wouldn't be able to do that.
Thing about doing all of our video within Unity. In the real world, if I was working for Maserati, I would have a whole camera crew full of people. And I'd be like, I want a camera here and I want a camera there and I want a dolly camera to slide here. But within Unity, I can do all that by myself. So I can command and compose a crew of 20 cameras to accomplish the different shots. And then I obviously can create the backgrounds and the scenes to place those items into. So it's a lot of fun. Like I'm having more fun doing video than I have in a super long time because of the amount of creativity we can start injecting into it.
That's awesome to hear that they're using, like,
you and me.
It's nice to see that they're building 3D environments for sure. And I think Corey is good at what he's doing. Like the videos do look good. Like that promo in Unity of this car looked awesome.
Are we gonna?
I want to hear.
Show up to the next VeVe event in our own Maseratis, like we're gonna. I know you have one parked out front, right? So
I remember Designer Con 2022. Remember that? I think you were there. And the Lambo. Oh, that was stressful. It was like a physical Lambo behind our booth with these big poles next to it. That was like, don't let that fall on the vehicle. Oh my gosh! Like,
nobody knew it was there. Though. We didn't know it was there. I remember there was like a big curtain.
Crypto John says, I really hope they get sound too eventually. Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Having a Lambo without the engine is a little, feels like you're missing a part of the heart, you know?
It's amazing, yeah. I just wanted to give a shout out to our graphic design team because for those of you who are active on our Instagram, you would have seen that we're now doing carousel images that give you these details. So, you don't just have to look at videos. If
What? I'm going to check that out right now.
Videos because they're amazing and Corey does an amazing job.
They're amazing.
But yeah, our Instagram, if you take a look at our Instagram page, you'll see that you can swipe through and look at all the details. You can see all the different sides, all the different versions of the car. I think, just a huge shout out to our creative team. They've really, really upped the level of our marketing, I think. And I hope that, our community appreciates that because, you get to actually enjoy the collectibles without even having the collectibles. For those of you who don't want to pick it up, that's okay. Just go on Instagram and just stare at it.
These are crazy.
Yeah, the quality of that's really high, right? And also...
Yeah, but hang on a sec. You just saw them flip from the main promo photo to this one, and there's a huge difference in the quality. Like, this is crystal clear.
And really our production team, too,
because where this is taken directly inside Unity. They're using the cameras and they're taking it just like how I'm doing with the thumbnails now with Black Panther inside Blender. It's just, you have the 3D model, you place the camera with the lighting.
Just recently, the way we've been communicating as a huger
I'm so confused why they don't do that exact thing for the promo photo.
There was like
the promo photo's AI generated.
In marketing, and now we have a big team in marketing, but we didn't really get to talk too much to the people who are building the models. And
yeah, Sven, good point, dude. I was thinking that too. They showed Ahsoka. I was like, Ahsoka's not on the platform yet. So I don't know if that was like a little tease. But if that's an Ahsoka that's coming to the platform, that looked really good.
I think
that model
changed in recent history is we have lines of communication between those teams, which allowed me to start being able to access the models, which then allowed our graphic design team. And in a matter of, I don't know, a week or two, they figured out a very complex software to be able to execute these images you're seeing, because they're taking all of these shots virtually. Like if you scroll forward, like what they're doing,
I'm gonna not talk here.
Model in a 3D environment, and then they're moving a virtual camera and adjusting the camera settings. So if you were holding like a DSLR, you could change your f-stop or your shutter speed or use to drive it. But I remember them driving it through, as Alex, they were driving it through the convention hall. And there was like a squad of people as they're in the clearance on the bottom of that vehicle was so low and you can't really see anything because you're so inset. And it was just like stress balls. The whole.
I'll refresh the stream there for you, Sven. Hopefully we're caught up.
It was all done. And they were driving it out of the convention hall. I was like, oh, none of us got in trouble.
Did they wrap it with like cushions and bubble wrap or something?
No. It was naked. It was naked and exposed like a nerve, Diana.
Oh my
it was awful.
Did you open it up? Did they get a chance to open it up a little bit? Like just open it up, just.
I can never confirm nor deny any shenanigans that might have had. Happened with said Lambo.
Fair enough.
Completely unaware.
Fair enough. That's awesome. So yeah, everybody, let us know what you think about that, and big shout out to the team. And just so everybody knows, I know Corey and Diana, I know like with the carousel posts and stuff and the marketing we're doing. Just I know you guys know we got some really cool stuff planned for different drops and the way we market them, and we're really leveling up, and I hope you guys can see that. And I know it's people like Corey and Diana as well, like, you know, like as well. We're all kind of as a team trying to do better and trying to make sure we get things out there that look amazing, you know, and get more experiences for you guys, right? So, but speaking of experiences, okay, because I'm going to segue, because that's what I like to do.
Segue time. We're doing a transition, folks.
We do have Comic-Con coming up, and we do have some really big announcements that are coming up very shortly here, everybody. I know everyone's waiting.
All right, so this was the big one last year. This is the big one this year. So I hope some big announcements are coming.
There we go. That was it, everybody. We're done. Oh God.
Oh man.
That actually was pretty amazing. A lot of people thought that was pretty exciting, which is really wild, right? But yeah, for sure. So you know, this is just the logo up on screen, but I will cover in just a quick second. We're not going to show you what we're doing at this point yet, so stay tuned. But I can give you a little bit of information about our party, and I wanted to ask you guys, you know, just before we get into that, your experience last year at New York City Comic Con. I know Diana, you were there. I was there as well. We met. That's where we met, right? Which is really cool. Corey, we knew each other a little bit before that because we had actually met at DCon, right? Like right beside the Lambo.
If they drop Ahsoka, like the one that they were just showing on the carousel images, I hope they drop her without the sabers so we can pair them with the lightsaber series.
That was, I think, a couple of months after I started at VeVe. So it was my first time meeting everyone in person, first time meeting the fam in person, first time really getting to understand the family that, you know, the VeVe community is, and getting that experience firsthand. So for me, it was just such an exhilarating experience because I was just brought in with so much love and being welcomed to the, you know, the team, the community. Everyone was so lovely. They just wanted to, you know, just immerse me in all things VeVe. You know, it was just such a lovely time with everyone, and the party especially, just getting to meet people and just laugh and share stories. I got connected with so many people I now consider friends, and so it was just such a nice environment. And I think that's the beauty of like these Comic Cons, is that you not only get to meet new people, but you end up making lifelong friends from it as well. And I just absolutely love these events for that reason. And I think, you know, like the VeVe community is so welcoming that anyone coming in would just be welcomed with so much love and just passion, really. So I was really taken aback, to be honest.
Look at Mr. MC1's bow tie. Look at that.
Gaming conventions where it's kind of similar. Everyone's really happy and passionate and all of that. But the community don't welcome you in the same way that the VeVe fam do. And so for me, it was like this very, very different experience where I was just like, oh my gosh, this is such a powerful community that we have. And it just made me so proud to be a part of VeVe, even though I was only there for like 2 months at that time.
That's what a way to start.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. It was really great meeting you too, right? And we had a good conversation. It was really cool. It was really neat to meet you. And, you know, obviously it's been awesome since, right? And Corey, you know, I know you were there. We saw you. I didn't get a chance to see you too much because I know you were working. Both of you guys were working super hard. I went there, you know, I was just a fan, right? I was just running around, you know, like, woohoo, you know, or you guys were like up all night working hard and stuff.
Dude, Vegan Thing says Moonflower's the best collectible next to RoboCop. Get out of here.
I don't think I worked the party. I think I just worked on drinking free.
Oh yeah,
drink
I meant
tickets, essentially.
outside the event.
But,
it's true. And you were not. If you were working there, that would have been.
Yeah, I always enjoy the parties. It's the best because you talk to so many people and you just see them by their PFP, and there's just something different about standing across from someone and having an actual conversation. And kind of like what Diana said, you're in a space full of people that like the same things you like. That's kind of why we're all there together. And so that takes a little bit of the social edge off of it, you know, because with like a gaming convention or a lot of the conventions that I've went to, there might be people there that just have vastly different interests than you do. And you don't really have a common ground. Like they might be about something that's totally different than what you're about. But whenever it comes to these VeVe parties, like literally everyone there is, you know, the VeVe fam. And like we're all into the same thing. We're all here for the same reason.
Right.
And I thought the venue last year was pretty cool, but the venue this year is awesome.
Even better.
Stoked for that. Hey, we're gonna show it. Let's do it. All right.
I wanted to bring this up because we were allowed to tell you just a little bit, and you're gonna find out more in just a few days. So, like,
I heard a little bit about this.
But it's gonna be at Musica the big VeVe, but we're talking about the party here. Of course, we have our booth, and everyone's gonna hear all about that, how amazing that's gonna look and everything.
Booth.
Yeah, and this is going to be on the 17th of October is when the VeVe party is going to be. It's going to be at Musica, and we're doing something different. So this is just their website, you guys. We can't confirm or deny that any of this will be at the party. I don't know. We'll see what that could have been you right there, because there you are, Corey. That's you.
Am I the one in that ball that's swinging around at the top?
Yeah, that's me, and with the thing on the.
Looks fun.
No, but it's going to be.
What's going on?
All reports, all accounts. I mean, we're obviously ourselves. We're learning about it as well. And but what we can tell you though is that there's going to be something really special around how the ticketing happens. You know, we've had it in the past. We're going to have different kinds of ways of doing it. We're going to have a whole article that's going to come out and explain it. It's going to involve, you know, digital collectibles and things like that. It's going to be really cool. There's going to be different kind of levels of it, of tiers, something really unique. So just stay tuned over the next, you know, hopefully few days here when we come out with it. I won't tell you the exact date, but very soon everyone's going to learn all about the party's going to be about, how we're going to get in there. I'm super pumped about it because when I went to this party last year, I mean, I was just hanging out, you know, and then I see these pictures here, like this, you know, maybe I'll be right in there. Maybe I'll be over here.
You guys will need to like take photos and then just like draw a little stick figure of me in there.
Sven says we need Corey in the ball.
I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, well, you know what? We never got a chance to do a live stream, you know, around like, you know, the Disney convention, the D23 that you guys we should actually bring that up really quick because you guys killed it there. And we want to thank you so much. I mean, that was amazing. But both Corey and I were at the San Diego one, which we had a good time. Then you guys took over and did the D23, and that was amazing. So, and I know that was a step up in terms of the booth and everything you guys did. Maybe just quickly touch on that too, Diana. Do you mind? Because we love to hear. Because Corey and I both weren't at that one. And how did that experience go for you at D23?
I mean, it was my first time working at the booth. So for me, it was really amazing just to have like all these new people coming in and just asking what we are all about and giving to explain to them like what digital collecting is, what the collectibles are. We gave away the D23 logos, which everyone at the con was just super excited about.
Yeah.
And yeah, we sold out of like the Spider-Man comic in like not even day 2. And so for us, it was just like, it was so amazing to see people love comics. People who you wouldn't think love comics were coming up to us and was like, oh my God, there are comics at D23. I think we were the only ones selling comics as well. And so, yeah, people were just super excited. We had people just absolutely loving seeing Eagle show off like the Olaf and like Sentinel and AR and the Stormtrooper.
Shout out to Eagle Eyes. Great guy.
Ladies coming in and just being so excited. You know, teaching them about digital collectibles and showing them the collectibles we had in AR, and they were just mind blown. They were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and download the app now." And I mean, you would have seen it in some of the videos that we shared on socials. But you know, we had an amazing team who helped us out at the booth and at the con. We had, you know, shout out to, you know, Omi Hermes, Max Janey, and obviously VeVe Magic, who were there just really bringing the love to, you know, the rest of the attendees at D23. So it was an amazing time. I think, you know, if anyone has not been to D23, highly recommend it, especially if you love Disney, because it was such a good time as a Disney fan, getting to see Mickey Mouse come out with like the drum line and doing his little dance. It was so cute.
Infoman says to all onboard old people, you'll need another app for that.
We can't be at all the events, each of us. We couldn't be at that one. I know that you mentioned you're going to be at New York, but you know, at some point we'll all be at the same event together, and you know, with the VeVe fan, but we'll have the fan there, right? So, you know, it's going to be awesome, yeah, for sure. And also, we had these drop. Remember last year, which they got one.
There's still like an open bounty out for those, right? The rarest one.
Now, I think that ended. Yeah.
We want to know what's dropping this year.
No,
I don't think so. I think it was the number 1 or something. Was no, I don't think it got claimed. So you know, there's. I'm over here. I'm showing these because we had some really cool stuff happen at that one. So stay tuned for, you know, other cool stuff that we're going to have happen at this one with announcements and stuff as time goes on, right? So Pretty awesome for sure. Pretty awesome. Well, guys, I think in the chat here, just a reminder, we had the giveaways during the live stream. We're pretty close to being done now. You know, we're just hanging out, of course. But if you did comment in the chat, and which I can see a lot of people did, and thank you all for coming today. We really appreciate you all for showing up and having some fun with us. You know, there is the giveaway that I mentioned earlier at the beginning. 3 of you are going to win a random VeVe Digital collectible. Our mods, our dedicated volunteers, and thank you so much, you guys, for coming out and helping today. They're going to do the random draw from the chat, just from your comments, and then connect with you, and we'll connect with you on either Discord or Instagram or X, you know, and we'll get your username. We'll do the whole thing, and we'll announce the winners today. And we're going to try to do stuff like that, something fun every live stream. But Corey, do you have any final last words you want to do here, just before we head out for the day? And
just if you missed the start of this, the 2 big announcements is obviously our partnership with Stanley Gibbons.
Wait, didn't they say they were going to make some New York Comic Con announcements?
Well-known stamp, you know, dealers in the entire world. So we've announced our partnership with them, which is not just ushering in potentially any stamp in the whole world, which is because unlike USPS or New Zealand Post, where the stamps that we get from those organizations are stamps that government or that entity released.
Yeah, I like this announcement.
This is a stamp dealer, so they've got all the stamps in the entire world, and the ability for us to sell those. So that really kind of opens
That's cool. That's
Pandora's
cool.
box for stamps, and lets us kind of cherry pick, because who better to trust with picking rare and exclusive stamps than, I don't know, the most prestigious stamp dealers in the whole world. So it's kind of good to have them on board with us as a partner, and the way these stamps are going to be released is going to be completely unprecedented. I can't wait for us to be able to share more details on that. And then obviously we did the Maserati announcement. That's our other big brand reveal. And
wait,
you know, the GT2 is just the start.
You guys already announced
we had
that.
our first Lambo, but this will always and forever be the very first car that we release from Maserati. And for that, it gives me the warm and fuzzies on the inside. Pretty decent edition size, I think.
Dude, that interior looks really good.
Everyone a shot. If you're here,
it's a nice looking car.
At this point in time, you got a good shot of being able to add this to your collection and add a little piece of history. But beyond that, can't wait till we do this again, Aaron, Diana. You know, just
got the Italian flag on the side.
Can't do it is the second Thursday of the month, because I have to do the level 100 stuff, and I love getting to hang out with them.
Yeah, Diana. So, how about yourself? Any last things you want to shout out there or share just from our stream today?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole time you were saying, you know, any last words, all I could think about was vroom vroom.
Yeah, vroom vroom.
But yes, for those of you who love Scarlet Witch, definitely go check out Fantastic Four number 94. It'll give you a little bit of an introduction to Agatha Harkness, and then please go watch the show. I need people to talk to about it.
Exactly right. And everybody, make sure you read the great
Sven says we need to be happy with what we got, and we got Ahsoka Alpha. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Like I said, if you go to
Thanks for calling me out. You're right. You're right.
You just hit comics right there.
That Ahsoka did look really good.
It's right there. So it's right in there with all the comics, and it just gives you such a great background.
Yeah, I will go back to that.
Thanks, Diana.
Good
I
call.
read it, like I said, a few times. That's why I'm reading it at the bottom.
Where was that?
Memorized it already.
It's back here.
I have to go
Right
and
here.
look at all those books. Well, you know, it's so you know, look at our walls, right? We're all the thing about us.
I think they've pretty much wrapped up now. I think it's just the giveaways.
I want to thank you two guys for coming out today too.
You know,
Yeah. All right. So here's the Ahsoka thing.
See all the different sides, all the different versions of.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I think, yeah, just a huge shout out to our creative team. They've really, really upped the level of our marketing, I think, and I hope that, you know, our community sides, all the different versions of the car.
I tripping. Where'd it go?
You'll see that you can swipe through and look at all the details.
Oh, I'm glad we went back to that. It's not VeVe. It's not VeVe.
You can see all the different sides, all the different versions of the car. I think, yeah, just a huge shout out to our creative team. They've really, really upped.
Okay, I'm glad we went back to that. Yeah, it's not VeVe, so I don't know if that is actually going to drop. I doubt it, actually. Sven says, whoa. It's just some, I think it's just like a, Well, I don't know what his name was, but it wasn't VeVe's account. But who knows? It could be like a modeler. I don't know. Sven, let me know if you're still in Fortnite, by the way. We'll wrap the stream up there. Any last comments that people have? Any topics you want to talk about in terms of what's happened in this stream or the one that we covered before with Foster? Feel free to let me know in the chat, guys. See what they're still saying here. Alright, Sven, I'll be there in 1 minute. I know it's late where you are, so. This is what I was talking about, guys, for anyone who didn't watch the episode I put out. This looks AI generated. It's very staticky as well. It looks like they've masked the car out that was generated here before and put this one on in there. Like the shadow here is a little off, and then if you look at all the flat, or like the speed lines, which should be straight at high speeds, you can see like the fence here. It like wiggles. It's not straight. You can see the discrepancies in the lines behind the car in front. Even this building over here on the left-hand side. I don't know if it's cut off. Yeah, it's cut off a little bit by the... This building here, it almost looks like the AI didn't exactly know what to do with the roof. So, I don't know. It's just interesting how they use this as the promo, but then chose to unveil all the other high-quality images and stuff like that later on. Yeah, I'm gonna hop over into Fortnite now, man. We'll finish things over there. Give me 1 second here. Exit that. Open that. And I am gonna toss a disclaimer out now. Last stream, where we were streaming Fortnite, my PC crashed. And it seems to only do it with Fortnite, so I have no idea why. But if that happens in this stream, and it just freezes all of a sudden or goes black, you guys know why. But I appreciate everyone who tuned in today. We're gonna hop into some games with Sven here to wrap it up, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Doug says this was fun. Appreciate that, man. And thanks again for stopping by. I know it's late where you are as well. Gravity John, take care, my brother. What the heck? I'm getting a bunch of different awards here. We'll play as Shuri. We'll do Shuri. Duck says, gotta bounce bedtime. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll chat again soon. Turn on my game chat here. We'll see what's up to Sven. Sven, can you hear me? Oh, he's got to plug his mic in. Hey, we got Oz in the chat. What's going on, brother? I can't remember if you're still in Australia or not, but I hope you're... or yeah, you are. What am I saying? Hope your trip's going well. And that reminds me, actually, guys, I am going to be hosting VeVe this weekend on Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Pardon me, EST. That's going to be happening on X, and then it's going to be posted to the VeVe YouTube channel after that. But small little collector space, growing bigger now, and we're going to talk about pretty much everything, collecting related, movies, comics, bunch of different stuff, everything happening in VeVe. So. Oh, I thought I better jump over and say hi. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Sven says, one game together to end this. We'll chat here in a bit. Well, dude, if we're only playing one game, you better turn on your mic now, brother. It's 6 a.m. Friday where you are. Damn, dude. Talk about commitment. Yeah, and if you guys don't know Oz, he is the host of VeVe. He's in Australia right now visiting some family. He's from the UK, or that's where he lives. But this guy was up at 3:30 in the morning this past weekend to host the show. Absolute trooper, so. Sven, brother, where are you? We got VeVe Zombie in the chat, too. What's going on, brother? I'm not going to open up Discord, dude. Just go into voice chat right now. I just want to make sure my PC doesn't overheat. Just toggle on your game chat, friends only. Oz says, bloody time travel. Yeah. Whole other day where you are, dude. That's weird. That's weird. Cool, but weird. Turn this down a bit. All right, Sven, let's get a dub for the stream, shall we? Hoping my PC won't crash here. I'm dropping in with you. Let's go. But what did everyone think about the space? Wow, you took all my weapons, dude. Took all of them. Yeah, thank you. That was funny. I'm gonna take all your weapons. But yeah, not too much alpha in that one, which I was saying before is kind of expected. I didn't really think there were going to be too many big announcements. But I could have sworn at the beginning of that stream they said that they were going to be announcing stuff for New York. And at the end, they didn't. Oh, we got a guy here, dude. Never mind. But yeah, just to confirm that that Ahsoka was a little bit of a mistake on our part. It's just another account that was showing it. Another one down. That was a teammate. Let's go. You want to go for token, dude? Let's go for token. Oh, nice. I think this is a teammate right here. Yeah. Fishman, get him. Oh, he's got the iron. Oh, dude, he's got the new, what's it called? I haven't used these yet. Are these the ones you can fly with? Or is it the boots? What? Oh, it was the party that they were talking about. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I guess that kind of went over my head a little bit. We'll give Sven the shield. I'm gonna go for token, dude. Oh, it locks on? That's kind of crazy. We got Sven right now playing as Mysterio. That's a cool skin. Yeah. Let's go. She's down. Easy. Here, Sven, come here. The good thing with being in game chat is Sven doesn't have the delay, so he can hear me when I'm actually talking. We got a team here. Unless this is a bot, but I don't think... No. With the black belt. What you got a black belt for, huh? Do that.
Yeah, okay, got you. Can
What?
you hear me, Josh?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Let's go. What time is it where you are, dude? Like midnight?
It's kind of late.
I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
3 more down.
Doing good. Yeah, doing good. We're doing great. Okay. So yeah, we got the Ahsoka debunked.
Yeah.
There's not any Ahsoka coming.
No, unless that was a little tease and it was just like an artist they work with. Who knows? But
Or yeah.
Oz, thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully I'll chat with you on Sunday. I don't know if you'll stop by, but either way, safe travels back. Yeah, no problem, brother.
5 a.m., 6 a.m. Way too early. Way too early to get up to get the updates on VeVe.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it's a straight 12-hour difference between well, where I am and where he is in Australia. I always wanted to know what the difference was, and I thought it was more than 12 hours, but it's 12 hours on the dot. So it's like what, 6:30 here, it's 6:30 in the morning where he is. So
You expected a bit more. You expected just one extra new IP probably.
well, when they said they were going to be announcing stuff at the end, I thought they meant like drop wise. I didn't think they meant the party, but I mean it's if that's what they were talking about, that's understandable though.
What would be the entrance criteria? Would it be the logo? Of course, the logo would be an entrance criteria, but would the Wrong English piece would be an entrance criteria too?
No idea. I know the logo is being used as a ticket. I think
the grin, the Muggle grin, the gold one, the secret rare.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
If Wrong English would be there, maybe they could add that in. And it shouldn't be always the same, so it shouldn't be all the VeVe logos. I think there should be some variation in it.
Yeah. We got Notorious in the chat saying he's playing right now. We'll pick you up after this game, man, if you want to join. Sven isn't going to be playing with me for long. I think it might just be this game, actually, but I'll join you afterwards if you want.
I'll try to hold on a bit.
Just make sure the wife doesn't yell at you.
Yeah, but she's not. She's sleeping already, so.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is that you can stay up all night and she wouldn't know.
Yeah. In theory, yes. But she would know in the morning when I cannot go out of my bed.
What is this, dude? Stark Industries energy rifle. This is new.
It's this one. It's this one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
I don't like that.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my gauntlets or whatever these are called.
I think they had a lot of fun there. I enjoyed the fun in the stream. I enjoyed my collectibles having the smile on his face again.
Dude, you can tell he loves his job.
Yeah, but he gets the rough times too, and they're like a shield all the time. But now, maybe he did see the community is still there for them. So
yeah,
we still got their back. Corey was laughing, Diana was laughing too. Looked very happy all.
I appreciate how much Corey puts into like his setup and everything, because that tells you how invested somebody is in their content.
Yeah, we were a bit disappointed that the McLaren wasn't showed in the VeVe-verse.
What McLaren? What?
The car. It wasn't showed in the VeVe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Maserati. I'm just confused why they. Well, I mean, I guess based on what Corey was saying, he said that they want to try and promote it based on how the car companies would. But I'm a car guy, dude. I understand that they want like the shot of the car at high speeds around the track. That's understandable. But it's like a very pixelated photo and it's AI generated, and that's completely out of line with the high quality photos that they had put together in Unity for the video. So I was like, I don't know why they chose to go with that photo, but.
Can they just not mint one? Or if they mint one, we can already see they minted one. So probably that's the reason why they don't mint them already and show them in the vaults.
Well, they don't even need to. Well, all they need is the 3D file, right? If they have the 3D file, then they don't even need to mint any. They can just import the 3D file into Unity and just create the video that Corey created with that. All right. It's the same. It's the same way how I'm like using my Blender to create the thumbnails for this channel now. is I have the Black Panther model from Fortnite, and I use that model for the thumbnails for the videos.
And you can already adapt the way the hands stand and all those things?
It's all rigged, so I pose the character however I want it to be to stand, right? Pose.
And are you able to already adapt, make shapes, or you're not able to do that yet? So make a sculpture or something like that?
So
or you aren't interested in doing that?
Well, so put it this way, I could, like, with a platform like Blender or Unity, you can create an entire scene where if I wanted to have, like, Black Panther walking down some, like, old Western environment, I can build the Western environment and get out of here, son. And then, you know, have, like, the sand on the grounds and the horses in the back and whatever you want to do to create the scene. Then you set up the cameras, you set up the sun, and you've created this entire environment that, I mean, with a platform like Unreal Engine, you can make it look like photorealistic. But VeVe Zombie says, I think the photo is actually really good. It reminds me of Gran Turismo, which I love. Definitely getting this drop. Yeah, so I agree with you. It's the style of the photo is awesome. Like, of the car on the track, 100%. I agree with you. I'm just talking about the resolution. And I understand, like, I'm being picky, dude. I'm being super picky. Obviously, I do graphic design stuff, so I'm probably picking up on some small things. Yeah.
Yeah, things that are important for you and maybe other people won't see. But the fact is, I could see that the graphics weren't good for the car too. So that's something I could pick up too. But yeah, they're doing their best, trying to make it look more like a little video, so we could only support that. But there's some improvements still to make. Are you getting them?
No. I got him. I don't know if he revived, if he got the... Oh, no. He died right away. I got him.
He didn't. Yeah, you were fast enough.
Yeah, no, I really like what Corey's trying to do in Unity. I really like how they're going that route, because I think for the longest time they needed to do that, where they have like an actual 3D environment that they promote the collectible in. Even if they were doing it in the vault, like, that would be good too.
And are you interested in making your 3D sculptures too after a while, or you're not interested in that yet?
Like, you mean making the actual collectible?
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in that. That's a whole, like, that's a whole profession in and of itself.
Should you be an artist for that? Is it you need to have the skills of an artist to do that?
There's a lot that goes into that. It's like art like it's sculpting, which is what you're talking about. It's just sculpting. So just in a digital format, right? But
it's not for everyone. So you need to have some kind of artistic background or
yeah, it's an art form.
Skills.
It's an art form. Yeah, that's well, like I said, that's a profession in and of itself. Like, that's like, if you want to be good at something like that, you need to put years and years of work into it.
Yeah, because I did see blockchain is dropping something else. You will drop probably a snail, So on VeVe, airdrop it to holders of collectibles of the Series 1 set. So you should be prepared for that.
Do you have this logo? Yeah, you do, right? Okay, what is this? Talk to Super Stark Fan. What?
Yeah, this is the extra objectives.
Oh, look at this! It's a little little man cave.
Iron Man cave, yeah.
Oh, the original suit. This is cool.
Yeah, do you think this suit looks fine? I wouldn't want that suit.
Well, it's not a 1-to-1, dude. It's just like a cardboard replica. What do you...
Did you see the Easter eggs in the Doomstadt?
Yeah, I did see some of that, yeah.
with the Fantastic Four, the ball, and then the seat he's on. That's the seat of one of the Fantastic Four, the rock thing.
Yeah, I did see that.
He's sitting on.
Yeah, the what's his name? The
The thing.
no, the thing is one of them, but the why am I forgetting his name? In the flexible.
Mr. Elastic.
Thank you.
No.
Oh, he. No.
It's Richard. Richard.
But you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How he's like wrapped into a ball.
Yeah. It's a fun little thing.
Let's go. First try. We got the Cybertruck on the island.
I really want a Cybertruck on TV.
We got a team up here. Coming up to you. Down. Teammates coming though. Black Panther, let's go. I'm gonna take these because I'm Shuri. I will do that, and that.
Share his treasures. Share his work.
All right, we gonna get a dub for the first game on stream here, Sven.
Yeah, of course.
We got 8 people left.
Coming in.
Yeah, I see him.
Someone coming in.
Is that the? Oh, those are the boots. That's how he's flying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him on me.
Got him. 16.
One's down. I don't know where teammate went though.
He's in the house. I think he's in the house.
Okay, I got the boots. I'm gonna.
The boots, you shoot up, but you cannot control them very well. Is someone incoming? Here.
Oh, it's Iron Man. He's going for card. I got him.
Good job.
They both had him. Here's a jetpack for you too.
Yeah, got it.
Another one. I'm healing. Let's go, dude.
Okay.
All right, so that was the rest of the players in the lobby. It's just last 2.
Would be so happy with my Ahsoka. I was so happy I found it glitch and it's just an error.
I do expect a day where they drop her though. Would you want the younger version or the older version of her though? Because that was an older version of her.
I want the younger version.
Yeah, same with me. The one in Clone Wars.
Yeah, but even in the Agatha series, I want the Agatha from the comics, the ultra rare and the rare.
Whoa!
I love that. Yeah, that's kind of very.
Oh, this is OP, man. You can go anywhere with these things.
Can you see them on the map?
Oh, you can fly forever. What the heck? I don't see anyone right now. Oh, that's right. There's only 2 people left. I should try and be more careful here. Here, come up to high ground with... right here. They're on me.
Yeah. They're on you. Where are you?
I'm trying to figure out how to control these boots.
Yeah,
they're up here.
Hard to control. Oh man. Careful.
Yeah.
On the low ground.
I just want to get... The moment we knock one, we just need to...
76 on one. 76 again.
Go, Mysterio, go.
129.
Go, Mysterio, go. Here, they're healing. No, it's too late. Come back, come back. Alright, I'm coming.
Rushing. Doing this aggressive. One down.
Nice. Where is he? I don't see him.
He's flying away. He's here. He's in the air. We need to stay together. Like VeVe family.
I'm not seeing him though, dude. He just disappeared from me.
The other one is dead. Yeah. Let him come to us. Should I get these boosters? Yeah. I'll get these boosters. It's OP.
But he was over here, wasn't he? Oh yeah, he's flying again.
Yeah, he's flying.
He's right here.
Yeah, shoot him with the Iron Man gloves.
I'm gonna chase with jetpack.
But wait, he needs to come. He will need to come to the.
No, he's going to zone. Yeah. Yeah, he's landing. On bridge.
Yeah.
I can't tell if these things are good or not.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Careful, careful.
I'm pushing in. Here, come with me.
14.
What's up, buddy? No way. No way, dude. He's one shot. He's one shot. Let's go. Little reckless there at the end, but we'll take it.
Yeah. Good job. What a
So
moment.
let's pick up Notorious here.
Yeah, let's go back to the stream.
So what's your overall thoughts on well, I mean, on stream we kind of recapped the Foster Hilt space, but then we also did just the VeVe space now. What are your thoughts on all that stuff?
On the Foster Hill space?
Yeah, did you watch that?
Well, I did watch it on your stream, but I didn't get the feeling that there was anything new on there. But I didn't have the feeling that the community was mad that there was nothing very exclusive or very new on there. So I didn't have the feeling that on Twitter there was bad feedback on that. So I think Foster did a good job there. And then this stream was good just to see them again together and see them laughing and see them having fun. For the alpha, we got the stamps, so we should be happy with that.
Yeah, I like the stamp announcement. That was cool. We got OBL in the chat. What is going on? Thank you for.
Yeah.
What?
Go on for OBL first.
I was just gonna say thanks for watching the stream. She actually put me on to VR chat, so we should be doing a video on VR chat soon to kind of talk about how you know it's kind of in her words the bootleg version of the VeVe verse that we've been waiting for. So we should be doing a review on that platform. I'm also gonna try and incorporate it in the stream this weekend. So if you guys haven't learned anything about that platform, it's really cool actually. So I'm looking forward to that. But what were you saying, Sven? By the way, Notorious. Sorry, dude. It's my fault. Go ahead and talk, but then shut up. Notorious, send me your profile, dude. I DM'd you on X, but I don't have your as a friend on Fortnite, so.
I'm always thinking OBL. What is OBL? And then I think, okay, it's Orange Back Lady. So
yes,
now
sir.
I know what you were talking about. So she did the VR stream. I did see a very short thing on X about that. So you will do a stream with her live?
Hopefully she'll be on the stream too. Yep. She's gonna show me around the VR chat a little bit. We're gonna kind of visit different worlds. She did put out a post kind of showing like a streaming setup inside of VR chat. So it's kind of like what somebody would have in a physical environment, just in a virtual one. All the green screens and monitors and hotkeys and all that setup. So that was cool to see. And yeah, maybe we can have her kind of walk us through that stuff. But
yeah, that would be fun. I love her voice and her interactions too. So it could be fun doing that with her. It's a good idea.
Notorious says he's looking now. So if he sends me his profile in like a minute here, we might just back right out and just.
Yeah, we'll back out and then you can join.
Dude, there's a. No way. There's like a ripe banana. It's like green.
No, this is the OG banana. So this is the OG one. So everyone wants this one.
That's funny.
Look at him.
Oh, he just sent me it. Here, back up.
Yeah, I'll go back. Back into the lobby?
Yeah.
Poor banana. He will miss us there. He will miss us. We'll be so sad we didn't join the game.
How do I follow? So this guy's names are so funny to me. He chooses the craziest names. Notorious Bastard on X, and now he's got Hollow Soul on Fortnite. Hollow Soul 10? There we go. Is this it? Hopefully you got it, man.
We even got the Double Quill in the chat on YouTube. We got Double Quill, Mr. Falcon, we got Mr. MC1, we got Osman, we got you, we got New Tactics. Do you know New Tactics?
Yes. I know the name.
Yeah, he's a Dutch person.
Yeah, that's an OG user in the community. He's been around for a while.
Yeah. He's a big fan of the Suje, the London police, because he lives in near Amsterdam or in the Netherlands, so he should be. Yeah.
Dude, Amsterdam is a place I've always wanted to visit. It's definitely on the list.
I did go to Amsterdam one day for the Van Gogh Pikachu Pokemon card. So I took my wife and my kid. For the
Oh yeah, I think you were. Yeah, you told me about that, right? I think it wasn't long ago.
The Van Gogh Pokemon collector's card. I'll add him too.
Let's go.
So I went to Amsterdam there to the Van Gogh Museum.
I was just watching a video about, because you know how like you can't drive cars in downtown Amsterdam and all that. I was watching a video that popped up on my YouTube about some special event, how they took a bunch of cars that you could drive in the water, and they did like a car parade, but through the canals. So it was like a bunch of like older style like cars that they pretty much were just floating down the canal, and it was just like hundreds of them. Look really cool.
Amsterdam, you got the Netherlands. You got JE's that does the extremes with the Pass the Dutch. I was always thinking, what do they mean with Pass the Dutchie? Now I know. Now I know.
It's not a secret anymore. Not a secret anymore.
Sometimes I was wondering what's the reason why they're talking like they're a bit high, but now I know. Now I know.
It's because they are. It's because they are. Notorious has a cool skin.
Yeah.
I like that skin. We got anybody else in the chat who plays this game? Let us know. Seems like more and more people are getting involved.
Of course, if we play like whoa. That's yeah. If I was him, I would take it.
That Han Solo skin's cool with the Millennium Falcon on the back.
Where'd you go? Castle Doomstadt?
Want to do Grim? Want to do Grim or Doom's Castle?
Doom's Castle. You can show the Easter eggs.
Notorious jumps. Notorious jump. Let's just go.
Notorious jumps already.
Go red. Go red.
Red. Okay. We'll follow Notorious.
For those just tuning in, we are playing with Notorious Moon Boy is now his name over on X, and then we got Sven with us as always. Sven, I feel like your voice is very recognizable at this point, so
yeah.
People know who you are.
Nasal voice, nasal. I speak a bit through my nose.
Speak a bit through my nose. I got Deadpool trying to press me with no weapons here.
I'm curious how Notorious plays. If he is a carrier, support.
I don't know. We shall find out. I got a really good loadout already, dude.
This one has the same skin as him. So this was very strange. Got one.
Here, I'm gonna come to you. I'm bringing you a shield.
Shields. We need shields. if you're the Prophets fan.
Here.
You don't need shields. Wait, I'll wait for it. Okay, I have one here.
I thought you were gonna freak out. I'll give you your jetpack back as well. Oh, Notorious is down.
Here's the jet. Here's the jet. Oh,
We got a team pressing.
Okay, wait. Panicking.
Here, come with me. I got footprints pressing from other side. One's down. I'm gonna go grab Notorious if you want to get... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, I'll join you. There's one here. Swimming. Oh, it's a bot. They have a bot.
This is the... Oh, that's the bot. Okay. Ah! I need help. Nope, not good. They're chasing.
Where is he? I need ammo.
Here, I'm gonna come to you, because I think this person's just going for the card.
I need ammo.
I'm gonna revive Notorious if you want to come with me.
We first need our bodies. First the VeVe sound, and then the win.
So that other player went elsewhere then, because they're not using this reboot.
I'll stay a bit close where the other ones died to see whether... Ah, he's here.
Are you?
Yeah, he's near me. I think he has a jetpack. You got Notorious back? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's up. What am I doing? You want to push to... Well, here, let's get... Let Notorious loot up again, and then we'll go to, go get this token again, because that gives us quite the advantage.
Okay. The ROF token.
Yeah, you have a jetpack, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, and your interaction with the chat is faster too now. I did see, because you can see the chat next to your gameplay.
Yeah. I'm trying to get all that stuff finalized. I got the sub count finally on screen too, so.
Are you going in, you guys?
I'm waiting for you. We got one player over here though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, let's go.
Here. Let's go. Go. We'll be out.
They're going for token right now, so.
It's Notorious. It's saying OBL.
Got one. I'm out of ammo for this. Wow. Watch out. We got a team still on us here. There's a teammate that's...
Careful. Don't focus her as the main. Just...
No, I wouldn't even kill the ball right now. Just wait for this teammate to pop out.
Yeah, wait for them to come in. It's distraction.
They're over by me, I think. Yeah, right here. Got one.
Near you?
Two down. Yeah, we're good. You guys can go for it.
Okay.
We might actually have one more here. Because this guy didn't die right away. I think it might be the... Oh, nope. Didn't heal me up. The hell? Alright. Help! Why do I have no ammo for these? Teammate up here, up here. Roof, see him? Is this a bot? Why are they acting like that? What the hell?
Here. There's a door here. I got one. Got one.
What the heck is this person doing?
Oh no, another one. Another one here.
That person didn't stand a chance. Zero.
How much level is Notorious is level 7, so we can it's probably the reason why the enemies are a bit easier.
Shh, you don't tell the stream that, Sven. Don't tell the stream that. We're playing top level players right now, best in the game.
Yeah, we're playing top level players now. Of course. Well, it was just a joke. Well, I'm having fun anyways.
Oh yeah. Let's win 2 in a row here. So,
Yeah. Good idea.
where are we going now? What is this Iron Man icon on screen? What is that?
It's a place where you can find item and loot. So there's like a spaceship landing there.
Oh.
OBL. I'm always seeing OBL. It's Notorious. Notorious. Can OBL play too? Fortnite?
I don't know if she plays Fortnite. I will ask her, but
Maybe we should ask Diana to join us once. She's a gamer.
yeah, that would be cool. She's a she used to actually stream Fortnite too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send her a friendly invite then. We won't talk about VeVe. Just no spoilers. You think she's a good player? Maybe she's a good player.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I want these instead of that.
So typically for men to think that female players aren't that good, but there's some of them way better than me. I wonder if Lufu is better than me. She's probably better than me.
What is up with you in Loserford, dude? You really like her, don't you?
I love the Loserford, but I love the videos where she has the videos with the little kids in it. I think they're very funny. Did you see those videos yet?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like
With the kid that's in the special skin, or always in the special Christmas skin.
Sven, come back for a sec. Come back.
Yeah.
These guys are holding 2 tokens.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a good idea to come back and.
They got high ground as well, so I don't really like this fight at all. They know where we are though, because we're holding a token.
Yeah. Well, we're just back off then for a second. Hey, but we're level 100 and 261, so maybe we should just go in there. Are you?
They're coming. Here, let's go to red. Go to red.
Okay.
This is a single team that's holding 2 tokens. One's holding one, the other one's holding another. Inside.
In there.
Yeah. Oh my god, this guy shouldn't... No!
Are they good? Are they
That
good?
guy should be down. I'm like one shot here. Anyone got health? Oh, damn. I can't push this, dude. I'm too low.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
I need to hide here. It's all about Notorious now. Notorious
GG.
to revive us. No. Oh, yeah, GG. GG.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, no. Go run. Go run.
Notorious, hop in the car and just take off.
Yeah, just run. Yeah, good job. And just pop off. Oh, he's getting the fam here.
He's making the play. Oh.
8th place. It's
GG.
good place.
All good.
Had fun. Someone wants to hop on?
Are you running one more, or are you gonna call it?
Yeah, of course. I'll run one.
All righty.
You go back to the lobby first?
Uh,
Rage first?
Rage quit, yeah. We'll play as T'Challa.
Okay. Notorious, we always go back to the lobby first. That's
It doesn't. He can stay in game and just ready up.
yeah, it's the collector's gone digital rage quit. We usually do.
Yeah. Oh, you want to rock that skin? We could do that.
Yeah. Well, this is my son's account, so yeah, good idea. Should we move the cape? No.
I was gonna say, is that Doctor Doom's cape?
Yes. You probably will notice I changed his skins, but
No. All right, guys, that is gonna mark the Fortnite stream. If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what was, but I'm gonna have to get back in with them to let them know what happened. But if you guys happen to stick it through the whole stream, I really appreciate it. We went through multiple different topics today from the stream that Foster had ran yesterday for the token, as well as VeVe's official live stream today to recap some of the stuff this past month, as well as what's coming for New York. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on X, and yeah, we will be doing more of these in the future. But that was episode 210, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.